Hey,
Yo, 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 yo.
what's goody? Quick sip. Sorry, I'm Styles the Prophet. You already know what it is. We got B-Show in the house,
What's going on, everybody?
like always. And on the podcast ones and twos, we got Jonesy.
Yeah,
Together we are the 4G Audio Podcast.
Hurrah.
# Basement Weirdos. Gang, gang.
Yeah.
Tonight we got some people from SelfMadeRecords. We got Chanel and Jay Rio.
What's up?
That's what's
Thanks
up.
for coming out. Fucking right.
Love.
Cheers, guys.
Through,
Appreciate
guys.
you guys for
Cheers.
having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Much fun. Cheers to my fire.
Cheers,
Cheers.
cheers, cheers. I reach you.
All right, sorry about that. Let's get this started. I'm gonna get this backwood. It's that Kosher Kush from our sponsor at Oasis. The actually Russian cream backwood.
Smelled good when we came in.
Beauty.
What's that?
Yeah, I
Smell
could
good?
smell
Yeah,
good when I
yeah.
came
Well,
in,
it's funny
yeah.
because I'll go outside and I'll come back and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
fuck, it smells good in here, man.
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah. So I mean, so where are you guys from?
I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I
Been a
could tell, but
Been
not that
a
specific.
journey, yeah.
That's crazy. So then, like, so are you here? Like, you're moving here, or like you're
I've
here to like?
moved.
Okay.
I've
okay.
been in
like-
2 months and I'm fucking loving it.
yeah. Are you in Ottawa?
I am in Toronto.
Toronto. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Sick.
Kills it.
So how you like in the winter time?
Yeah.
You know what? I think Aussies love extreme. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. If it's too hot, too cold, we love it.
That's where-
If it's
that's where you're
boring,
at.
we don't like that shit. Nah.
That's
pretty-
Toronto,
pretty
there's
extreme
always
down
something
there
to
right
do.
now, that's for sure.
Yeah. I guess
That's just sad.
It
That's
is
everyone
crazy,
back
yeah.
home
I
and
was
we're
gonna say you got lots of
crazy,
people there
you
and
know?
shit. Yeah. I see my uncle moved there. He married a girl and moved there, and he's been there. Actually, he's my cousin. Sorry. But no, he's been there for a long time. So then, like, I heard about that. I'm like, oh shit, you know, like.
Was he
Crazy stuff,
affected
man.
whatsoever? He's right.
No, so like they showed like a bunch of zones. There was like, orange and red and yellow, and
Yeah.
like they were like just on the edge of a yellow
Wow.
zone. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, that was most of the city. That crazy. But anyway, what do you do?
Yeah, shit.
there are charity organisations, Red Cross Australia. They're
Yeah.
taking
Tons, man.
donations
A lot of
for the
people
wildlife.
donating.
Yeah, Australian wildlife.
A lot of your
sanctuary.
family and friends affected.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
My mum
doubt.
evacuated. She's back home.
Oh no way.
So that's good.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hear that?
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
things are getting
Yeah.
better.
But anyway, I'm here now, so
Yeah,
Toronto's
yeah.
killing
What's
it.
up? Say you guys just came here from Toronto.
Yeah.
You're doing a showcase show on Saturday
So exciting.
here in
2
Ottawa.
days to go.
Awesome.
Um,
What venue are you guys doing?
So we're from Nouveau.
Nouveau?
okay, yeah.
Sweet.
Is it on the Quebec side?
No, that's
Do you
here
know?
in
It's in-
Market.
okay, it's it. Okay,
it's
yeah,
right
yeah,
here in
yeah.
Market.
I was gonna say I've heard of it. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's I've never been in but if I'm not mistaken, it's upward towards the Bourbon Room area.
Okay,
Uh,
so yeah. Okay.
Um,
Sick. Yeah. So then, like, you guys are performing at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I myself will be performing myself.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we have a whole bunch of underrated filmmakers that are also performing. So,
Sick.
sweet. Like
okay.
local artists?
yeah, so
Who's on the bill?
gathered a bunch of local artists from here as well as Ottawa, as well as Toronto. We have a few from Montreal. So the whole showcase is basically to bring together a whole bunch of artists and,
Yeah.
and help people get out there.
Sick, yeah.
Oh, true.
A lot of
Yeah.
that going on right now, man.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's just
People can
it's-
find
it's
each other
great,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So
That
we're
was
just
good
trying
for
to bring
that.
together everyone to show what
Absolutely, man. That's
comes together.
And that's what it's about, man. Too.
Yeah.
Like I find, like in Ottawa, especially now, like we've been. It was like a little sloppy for a bit, but like we've been everybody getting together, you know, and like it's like helping everybody, you know.
yeah.
But and that's what it takes, man. Like in music in general, that's what it takes is that you're helping each other, right? Like, you know, not supposed to like expect handouts, but at the same time, you know, like
Well,
you gotta
they're your
help each
peers,
other, right?
They're your
Exactly,
peers.
yeah.
Like, you gotta learn, like, everything that you've experienced
That's
or
it.
been burned or had to, like, you know, go through is for someone else to then, nah, I can't do it.
No,
I
okay.
can't do the blunts. They're killing me. Spliffs only.
All right.
I'm weaning. Weaning into it. Puffier than yeah, but like it's an energy thing, right? So, you know, you absorb what the other people can teach and what they've had to go through. So depends which way mindset to look at it, you know.
Yeah, true
So
that. Yeah.
It's positive showcase, so it's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good. So I hope everyone shows up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I've noticed the rise in that kind of stuff lately. Like even that Radionics thing that just happened.
It's what reminded you in there.
And like yeah, like there's been a bunch of that stuff lately, like that. Even what was the one we were on? Oh no, that was the Jonesy show, but that was still like a showcase kind of
Kind
thing.
of the same.
'Cause
Yeah,
it was just like so many.
He's got that idea when he's putting on his show. He kind of does that himself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Even Cranium itself was like a fucking. So we had a festival here in Ottawa in the fall, Cranium Festival,
Yeah.
Okay.
and like it was 3 different days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it was 3 different locations. Then Friday during the day and Saturday during the day, there was different
Nice.
events. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ottawa U had an event where we went there, and it was all about. It was like sitting around the table talking about Cranium Festival and like bringing the scene up, you know what I mean?
Networking and whatnot.
And then there was like a producer thing, and then like the next day there was like a bunch of artists like freestyling and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it was more than just like, hey, there's a bunch of people playing. There was like all these different, you know, like I found out about this bar that I never heard of before, never seen it before, shit like that. So it was just like showcasing everything at the same time, you know what I mean?
That's what I love about these kind of events too, because it's a way for people to express their lyrics and to say what they've gone through as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives a chance for people to hear something that they haven't heard before, and a new song that they haven't heard.
Absolutely.
Something unique.
Yeah.
Definitely, and even like in like my eyes, I look at it too as like going to see more talent and see, you know what I mean, more people we could have on, and you know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
shit like that. So it's good for everybody, right?
Yeah. I find just like the underground music's just so much more unique than mainstream, and you know what I mean. Almost every artist I see locally, I'm just like, you know what I mean. There's just like about them. So maybe I can be like, yeah, you're can kind of
Biased.
see this person in you, but I don't know. There's definitely a authenticity to a lot of artists around here for sure. For sure. Did you guys see a new page that was created? What was it?
Oh, the Ottawa rappers. or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you're
yeah,
telling-
yeah.
I never
like,
saw it. You were
we're
talking.
getting someone created a page here, and they're giving rappers skill set ratings with an overall. So it's like
The hockey
influence,
cards or
lyric-
whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. Ratings out
Brilliant.
of 100. Yeah, it's cool. It just like it stirs the pot a little bit too, right? It creates conversation.
Like, what's the story behind this message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
I love
sure.
it. Love it.
Yeah, I
Cool.
want to meet this person.
Yeah.
So you guys just doing the one date, or you guys doing like I know there's a bunch of dates. Are you guys on them all?
So
We are.
basically, for the one in Ottawa, that is, and then we have something in Toronto on the 31st.
Okay.
And then we are going to Montreal.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
So,
And then to be continued.
To be
Nice,
continued.
nice. Is it gonna be like the same lineup, or like
no,
depending on
different
different?
lineups,
which
depending
city?
on where we are. Like I said, we're trying to gather up local artists from each area. So we're trying to give everybody a chance, not just a specific group.
Yeah.
People. So
True.
we're
But
just gonna be
you
picking up
guys
a whole
are
bunch of dope
the-
artists from all over.
Yeah.
You guys are the
so-
main acts, though.
But
Yeah,
we obviously do showcase ourselves.
Yeah.
What SMR is and what we make through our
Yeah. SMR.
definitely a lot to tune.
SMR.
I like that. So yeah,
Oh,
like
so you guys are-
speaking of SMR, actually. So what? Like what? Well, I know what it is. I was gonna say what is it, but like I mean, like when did it start? Like where's it come from?
Ooh,
So SMR honestly really started, to be honest, about 4 months ago.
Okay.
Officially formed, but it was an idea that we had from about a year ago. And so basically it was a group, including myself, of people that came together with an idea. And we all kind of had the same vision. So we just decided to put our time and our money and our arts into one specific thing. And me as an artist, I wanted to portray my music in a certain way and get my message out in a certain way.
Yeah.
But not only do that, but I also wanted to inspire people. So I felt like, and the way that we formed SMR was because we have established everything ourselves, and it came from a point where we tried to get help at one point when we were first building it.
Yeah.
People didn't exactly want to help us, or they didn't see our vision like we saw. So we kind of had to just really rely on ourselves and just build it from the bottom. So
Yeah.
that's
And
where
that
the
can-
whole self-made came from.
Can be a big problem in business in general, but in rap especially, you know what I mean? Because it's hard. Like you could even see, right? Like it's like how like investors could take that seriously, or like, you know what I mean? But it takes that. It's even too, like someone had mentioned, I think it was Jonesy had mentioned, like the gatekeepers, right? Like so, like the people in these like high up positions in these like record labels and stuff, right? They're the gatekeepers, right? That they say what goes and what doesn't and whatever, right? And so you might, you know what I mean, get like skipped over beyond because of like, you know, certain things, right? Especially with the hip hop thing, it's like, oh, it's all about you, or I shouldn't say all about, but I mean like a lot of it, you know, it's like yeah. So I mean it can go that way, right? It can be difficult, more difficult in that sense.
It's about the music, right? So
exactly, yeah. So it's nice too to have that like self-made or like that independent, you know, like we call it shots. You know, we do everything. So it's hard to get out there to see that stuff, right?
Yeah. And you know, it's been dope with the new music we've been making, like to like see that vision and to like communicate that and have that freedom, that creative to do as we please.
No
and
doubt.
it's showing with the authenticity. Like it sounds real. It sounds like genuine. At the end of the day, if the audience can feel something, then we've done something right.
Totally.
That's it. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't fit into a category.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you otherwise.
At the same time, too. Speaking of music, too. So like, to be honest, we didn't even know like that you guys were coming. We just knew like that somebody was coming, right? So we didn't know like. So point is I actually like haven't heard your music. Do you guys have something you want to show real quick?
We could do that.
We could pull something up and show some of your music and shit. You guys have one together or what?
Okay, so the ones together, that's a few on the way.
Okay, they're
not done yet.
Because I got
like
that vibe.
They're not done.
You locked in the vault, but
right, you said too much.
I can't help it. I want to share.
You guys want to hear like one track?
Yeah,
fucking right. Yeah, we'll put
So
you guys have video? Anyway.
Yeah, I've got a video.
Yeah, we could probably even pull that up. I think.
Video in Sydney.
Am I? Oh yeah.
Close my eyes as you watch.
So the only issue right now is like I'm sort of like maxed out on my computer's abilities. So the more I run, like the more like issues I'm gonna have with everything until like I can upgrade my computer's abilities.
All right.
All the fans out there who really want to see like this, like no, it's good. I want to pull through for everyone, but
no, I know, yeah.
It's just like I'm maxed out here.
I went and offered things that we can't do. Or just yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, we can. Like I can pull up the audio. We can play a song for sure. I just can't. Like the more I play the video, like the more my computer's gonna trip out.
Okay, so then we can pull up a song. What do you got? You got Spotify on
there?
Yeah.
For sure. Or if we have it on, if you guys have it on,
or you guys got
Spotify, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music.
Here we go. Okay, name a song.
Chanel Sound.
Sorry, I'm slacking now.
No, you're good. It's all good. So bye.
How far will
it's gonna pass.
I'll pull it up on mine. Oh yeah, he's getting it up. Oh,
I'm gonna pass it over.
What song you wanna hear?
There we go. The first one. The first one. That's the new one. Yeah.
Getting control out down there. Young and Reckless there.
Young and
yeah,
reckless.
No, and the only reason I bring that up is because I myself want to hear it too. Because, like I said, I didn't know that you guys were coming, so I want to know like.
So this is actually just a like really random song at 2 a.m. The hook was
first, happens.
Just 2 a.m. But then on the way was after a 2-day bender, and I hadn't like realized it hadn't written the verse, so I was like, fuck, okay, in the Uber, right in. So afterwards, like, and then I had to fly back out to the States, so like it was just had to be left as is. Yeah, so here it is, Young and Reckless. Yeah. It's like plugging it. He's got to take the case off first. I
think we got it.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, it's gonna do that.
Wait.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Peel it off.
The peel, yeah.
Be rough with it.
1 moment later.
So you guys were through a couple of radio interviews today.
Busy day.
We were at CHUO.
Yeah, CHUO 89.1. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
And
I don't know why.
and
I hope I don't choke on this.
were you at CKCU as well?
CKCU? No.
No, just
CHUO maybe.
Well, that's CHU.
91.
You did 2 interviews there, or what?
No, we honestly just did the
Today,
one.
just did the one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I had
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Young and reckless. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it.
The volume up on the phone. It's got to be up on the phone.
Started from the bottom
There we
and
go.
shit that was given. I was trying to waste my time. I was hustling for a living. Had to give what I had to give.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, ain't shit that was given. I was trying to waste my time. I was hustling for a living. Had to get it, had to give all I have to give. Cash rules everything around us. Do what I gotta do to get this paper. Ooh, yeah. Do what I gotta do to get this paper. Tear up on the parties, got the dark Bacardi, risking it all without a care.
Just jabbing it out here.
Yeah.
It's now or never, saying crazy things that we'll all forget. Spilling champagne, making it rain. Wild and hectic, we're young and reckless. You're insane, yet what's your name? Maybe we can do something we'll both regret. Started from the bottom, ain't shit that was given. I was trying to waste my time. I was hustling for a living. Had to give what I had to get it. Started from the bottom, ain't
Looking
shit
nice.
that was given.
Yeah.
Was trying to
I was trying.
I was hustling for a living. Had to get it, had to get it. All I have to cash rules everything around us. Do what I gotta do to get this paper. Ooh, yeah. Do what I gotta do to get this paper. Decibels, ringing out of this world, gotta feel it. Full of lust, full of danger. Can't give a fuck, 'cause it's what I like. Vibing, riding on this bender for a little while. Fake friends, gangsters, I don't belong around the shady type. Spilling champagne, making it rain. Wild and hectic, we're young and reckless. You're insane.
I can't help but sing
yet
along.
what's your name?
Give her.
Do something we'll both regret. From the bottom, ain't shit that was given. I was trying to waste my time. I was hustling for a
I
living.
just smoked a lot of weed today, so.
Had to get
sound
it. Started from the bottom, ain't shit that was given. I was trying to waste my time. I was hustling for a living. To get it, had to give all I have to cash rules everything around us. Do what I gotta do to get this paper. Ooh, yeah. Do what I gotta do to get this paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
come behind it.
Follow
Who
that.
do we have up in here tonight? Fuck.
Yeah.
You're probably locked out. Do backwards L.
Backwards. out.
Backwards
Yeah.
L.
Top right
You're
to
gonna
the
have to
bottom
change
left.
that tomorrow.
No, I know. Oh shit.
Now the whole world knows.
Oh shit, the whole world knows.
Wait.
Yeah.
It says incorrect.
What?
Isn't that a backwards L?
Oh, maybe. No.
Maybe
From the
before
dog.
we missed
no,
L.
the other way, the opposite way you went.
Oh,
Up
Same,
down?
same drawing, but the opposite way.
okay. Like this.
Yeah, there you go.
You showing us, Jay?
Drip, don't slip.
Nice.
Really.
Drip, drip.
Okay, wait, I gotta get him out.
So J-Real 4 and 6.
I'm still like slowly sipping. You know,
Take
like lightweight
the next
savage.
shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Jeez.
All right, drip, don't slip.
Don't slip. Follow. There it is. By the way.
J-Real 4 and 6. Instagram.
What's going on here? turn the volume down again.
This is that drip. Drip.
Crank it up.
Drip. This is that drip, so you better not slip. I blow it back when I go to sex it. I only roll blunts when I barely smoke spliffs. You getting that money, I know that's a myth. Gas got me high, got me up in a blimp. My crow hoes, man, he move like a pimp. Ain't talking about Pringles, I'm stacking these chips. Stacking these shits, man, I gotta get money. When I count up the money, it's sweeter than honey. Woke up today saying thank you, God, yes. I'm working focused on my progress. Pick up the mic and spit like a prophet. Remember the days when I couldn't cop shit. Now I'm up in the store, I got plenty options. Hate chillin' with niggas, always flopping, always flopping. I'm trapping hard thinking that I need a medal. Hop in the whip, hit the gas, press the pedal. Try be the case, I don't wanna go federal. If we got a problem, guarantee that it's settled. I'm boiling hot, you could call me a kettle. I'm smoking gas that I got from the metal. Gotta stay high just to keep myself mellow. She can bring no damn fellow. My life a play, just call it a fellow. Keep me a weapon, ain't no bow and arrow. I am the captain, just call me Jack Sparrow. Hard is a bitch, I ain't talking about marrow. Focus on money, I gotta be shallow. Caught with a strap and you know where to hollow. She used them big lips and she stuck it and swallow. Whip it so much, put my wrist in coma. It'll be worth it when my wrist on polar. Play with the paper like it's origami. She said she want kids, I bought her Tamagotchi. New ice that coming straight out the freezer. Rocking out gold like my name was Freezer. When I'm done with that bitch, man, you know I'm gon' breeze her. These bars be on point, man, it costs for a trip. This is that drip, so you better not slip. I blow it back when I go to sex. I hold blunts when I barely smoke spliffs. You getting that money, I know that's a gas got me high, got me up in a blimp. My crow got hoes, man, he move a pimp. Ain't talking about Pringles, I'm stacking these chips.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Metaphors are fire.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Yeah, no, fucking both those are so sick. And I'm definitely getting out, like, you know what I mean? I'm downloading these and shit. That's it. Yeah, man, Toronto's doing big things too, though. They've always been doing big things, man. And I find that, like, in Toronto, it's super saturated, but at the same time, too, there's, like, a lot, like, the average, like, what do you call it? Like it's like there's a lot more good artists out of that huge, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, you get a lot of those flops. But
can I just say, like,
say it.
I've lived it, like,
I guess
in New York,
You know what's
I'm in Miami.
All right.
What's up, Miami? I love you. But I also LA a bit, but like Toronto's like taking my heart for music.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Crazy.
Oh
And,
shit! I
like,
thought you were to,
Came
like,
unexpected.
Yeah.
It was actually like
I'm gonna let you
I
finish.
wasn't planning to come to Canada. Like I was kind of like deported from the car. It was sort of like
Oh, yeah?
random. You know, that old
Last
chestnut.
resort.
You know that no, but it wasn't really like that. It was sort of like after it happened. It was like things just kept on popping up. Like I just kept seeing Canada everywhere, right? And so and I was more tuned into sort of more of the OVO artist and like listening to more music and listening to that sound more than what I was stuck in with Miami. So it was a blessing. It was actually a complete blessing, guys.
No doubt.
No regrets whatsoever. So
Welcome to Canada, eh?
Wow. It's fucking cold. So cold, right?
Damn
Yeah. My friends
Yeah,
are
I've
probably
lived here my
overhearing
whole
me say
life.
that, right?
Yeah.
Every day.
Lived here my whole
Yeah.
life, and I still get like,
I swear you
just
can't get accustomed
froze
to the
into
cold.
the
It's crazy.
bone. Like, I just can't get
No,
used to
it's
it, man.
crazy.
Never.
I think it gets worse, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my body just takes more
Yeah,
of an
you just
effect
get
on
older
it.
and you
So,
start
yeah, you're
feeling
like,
it
oh, this
more,
hurts
you're
more.
like-
It's crazy,
sure.
but my skin never looked younger. It's the cold. I
Yeah?
love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fuck.
it's got
why we
positive
look so
attributes. Great
Yeah.
skin. Canadians have great skin.
Fuck, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes me want to stay here.
Yeah.
Man, it's so
Look
fucking.
it out for that.
It's like, yo, man, it's so fucking cold here, but man, look how good I look. Look at my
And
skin, bro.
the fashion's good. I know.
Yeah,
so I'm in a
yeah.
room full of
Actually-
dudes, so I have to say this up. Ladies, we get to dress up and wear the coats and the boots and the thigh highs and stuff like that shit.
Actually, speaking of fashion too, though, we got a dude. We probably have many people that I'm overlooking, but there's a dude in Ottawa, Arfie.
Yeah.
I don't know his last name, but he's like a designer and shit. Yeah, so like how I found out was I saw one of our artists, and he not our artist, one of the Dreamland artists, and he was wearing this big fucking fur coat. I was like, man, that's so sick. He's like, that kind of. No way, like that's sick, man. Like, get me that, you know. So yeah, and even too, like we had there's the masterclass sessions and shit, and one of them was all for like clothing and stuff like that, right? Or like fashion. There we go.
Yeah.
But so it's cool. It's even cool to see that you can just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
All time with everything as well.
Yeah.
I got
Some
this
new
stuff all the
clothing
time,
soon.
like every day. Yeah.
Coming out with new clothing.
We are coming out with some
Yeah,
new merchandise
That's
soon.
right.
yeah.
Every day
Stay
thinking
tuned for
about
that.
it.
Are you guys kind of like becoming a duo? Like, you got a name for your like what you guys are? Like,
Sorry, he's joking.
that question run deep or what? Get this man of water.
Yeah, he needs water.
Nah, we honestly.
No, we're just.
Cool.
We
You
just make
collabed
music,
on it
so
We
with
just
it's
make.
just-
It's just music, you
We
know.
be vibing in the studio. If we hear a beat we both like, we'll probably just hop on it and create a track, you know?
Nice.
It happens
Yeah.
naturally
Just
too.
ride the
If
vibe.
it doesn't like feel like it's
Yeah,
for
then
both
it's
of us,
just
sort
what-
of like one of us will grab it.
Yeah, cool.
You know.
Right on.
Yeah. The other day he was playing something that was sent to him, and I was like, within what was it, 3 seconds? Not
Yeah.
even like 2 seconds. I'm like, it's mine. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
And I wrote
Yeah.
that down the next night. Yeah, I was like, nah, it's mine. It wasn't something, and when I did that, there wasn't even enough room for space. But it just happens like that.
And to
sometimes.
be honest, like I heard that beat
I know.
before, and like I struggled to actually like come up with a track that I was happy with. So it kind of just wasn't meant to.
Yeah.
For me to hit it.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
flow.
it's meant for
She-
you.
She hopped on it and it just sounded really.
Dope.
God, I can't wait till the master's done for that one. You know, that one that I like.
You got me excited.
Yeah.
Shit.
A lot of new
So
music coming
excited.
soon. A lot of new music coming soon.
let the cat out the bag.
Best for
Yeah.
2020.
We working a lot this year.
Yeah. It's easy. I actually felt like it was 2020 still, like last November. I was like, yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, everyone.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We set off our own fireworks.
Oh,
What you
yeah?
guys do for New Year's?
Oh wow.
Smoke 2 turkeys.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy and his neighbors and shit. We were gonna get a big turkey, but they didn't have any, so we got 2. Smoked some turkeys and like ate a bunch of like really good food, and then we drank a bunch of really good liquor and shit. Yeah, we were spraying off fucking champagne in the front yard at midnight.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna fucking post this. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah. So I grabbed the bottle and we had a bunch of bottles that were just there for popping. And so I grabbed the bottle and I grabbed my phone and like, fuck it. I was like, I'm not getting it. I was like, live in the moment and just be here, you know? We're like,
I don't think who actually looks over the New Year's stuff like after once you look over it. You look once, right?
yeah.
Or do you actually like continue to look? No.
no.
So you
No.
might as well
why,
just enjoy it
right?
for what it is in the moment. You know, I didn't do
Totally.
no footage, but whatever. You know.
But
It's
no,
crazy.
yeah. I had a great time. What'd you guys do?
I ate. We said
oh.
okay. I got given this love heart chocolate thing by my homegirl. She's like, "Love you," and I'm like, "I love you so much." And she's like,
I know where
"Enjoy."
this is going.
And it was mushroom chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mushroom
So that was
chocolate.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
bet.
super fun. Sorry, my crib was just like stuck. I wasn't like jumping because it was fun.
Jumping at your seat.
No, that
Jump
was
for
fun.
joy.
So we set off the fireworks ourselves, and then we ended up in an after hours club in downtown Toronto, and it was lit.
Sick.
My girl shit around the club. I love that. It was fun. It was the best. I'm gonna stop.
That's awesome. I think that's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we watched the sunrise. It was amazing.
The
Yeah.
best.
Nice. That's
Yeah. What'd you do, Jay?
For me, I actually dropped a track on New Year's Day. So I was originally supposed to have a release party, and then let's see, I ended up not doing that, and I just went to a house party. And I celebrated there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Nice.
The
man.
intentions were.
Yeah, just gonna sleep
You
in
tried.
Yeah.
Somehow ended up home. Yeah.
It hit 2020. It hit 2020. I couldn't see straight.
Yeah.
I was gonna say did wake up with 2020 vision.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
True.
Woke up with probably like 13.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Next day was just like chill, sleep, smoke.
Oh yeah, we even planned it that way. I went to my buddies in Sarnia. We planned it that way. We got a bunch of edibles. We made a bunch of brownies and shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know what? Tomorrow we're just gonna get fucked up on edibles and just sit here and watch a movie and
Yeah.
eat yesterday's food. We did, man. I woke up. My buddy's like, hey, wakes me up. Wake up. I'm like, what the fuck, man? His girlfriend sleeping on the bed. She's like, yo. He's like, we all passed out. Like watched 3 movies and like had a fucking 4-hour nap by midnight the next night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, man. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just getting drunk and stoned with your family.
It beats like getting stuck in Sydney when it's the Sydney fireworks, and like it's like 6 to 8 million people. I don't
Yeah, they
know.
go crazy out
Millions
there.
of
Did you
people
say
in
6 to
this.
8 million
Oh,
people?
man.
There's
Yeah.
so many people. It's
Oh
like the
my
whole
God.
city wants to be there,
No doubt.
and the fireworks like they're so big and they go for 12 minutes or whatever. But then like that's it.
Where do they do them there?
And
Obviously
then your
along the
whole
water,
evening's
right?
fucked because you're stuck. And there's like
Yeah.
a bridge, and then a bridge, and then like a little like
Kind of
way
the
to get
same
out.
like the
You're
past.
Cousin used to play
Stop.
hockey
Yeah.
in Sydney. The Sydney
Yeah.
Ice Dogs or something
Yeah,
like
I
that,
don't know.
maybe?
You know what? Honestly, sports like
Yeah.
like I'll stick to what I'm good at. You know.
Yeah.
But
And we know what that is.
yeah, it's just music. That's it, man. That's it. Well done.
Fucking
That was
right.
awesome.
Yes, I did it again.
It is to celebrate life.
Damn right.
Damn. Yeah, it's on here.
So you guys working on any projects like album wise or like big projects other than just collabs with each other?
Let's just say from
Or
since we
is that
started
an
out-
album?
Yeah,
Let's just say from since we started SMR till about now, we've been locked in the studio working a lot. So
Nice.
there's a lot of projects and everything
Yeah.
already done. Working on more. So it's-
Sorry, is it
Uh,
just
and
you?
then-
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Sorry, there's that, and then there's also things that are sent out around the world
Yeah.
as well. Projects in different genres. Usually I work with pop, but I've been slowly like getting towards house music and EDM.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, just for something
Like you making it, so you're a bit of a DJ as well.
No,
Or
no,
you're
no,
just
no,
getting
no.
it?
Vocalist, songwriter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A vocalist.
Nice.
That's a huge dream, but until like, you know, I don't know. I like to do what I do.
We
I
know
don't
we know a
I'm
couple
good
of
at it.
DJs.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
We know
could
a few
hook you up with a
DJs.
few DJs for sure.
Yeah, I love deep house. Like get in my soul. Anyway,
Deep
you were
house.
saying
Between Deep House and
deep house is like just
further into the
It's
house.
Van
Deeper,
Buren.
bro.
So
Armin
deep
Van
on the
Buren.
back deck.
like high energy techno, deep
Okay,
house, all of that, like this different like when you go to
Yeah.
the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm really bad for like I'm one of those dudes that's like techno. You know what I mean? Like so like
Techno.
I know there's all these different little things, but like my body like oh well no, I'm more like ghetto funk and drum and bass. Whatever, you know, I'm like I mean
You're like what?
I don't even know, like
Fisher,
no
the Aussie DJ,
No.
producer, Fisher, the song "Losing It."
no.
You don't know that song?
No.
I'm like comes to
Yeah.
It's a different vibe. I get it.
And
I
it's
get
not that I don't like it, like you know I can
It's
and like
just-
whatever,
but it's
but it's
not
just
really
like how do you decipher which ones when it's all like
Yeah.
you know, and like I get like this hardcore, right? Hardcore is like brrr, like so like
Yeah.
that I can tell, but it's like it's just weird, you know.
Everyone has an ear for music. Like there's people that can hear a whole story through a jazz song, which is so absolutely
Yeah.
everywhere.
Right.
That
Oh,
others
yeah.
so much anxiety from listening to, but like, and then metal. Like if I hear that, I don't know. I can't
Love
believe.
heavy metal
But
myself,
It
and-
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
To you, it
Yeah,
causes
yeah.
something,
Exactly, yeah.
and it's like that to me. I guess with deep bass and high energy.
So do you go to like all the big festivals and stuff?
Love festival.
Yeah.
I
what's
want to
the
go to
one-
Tomorrowland.
I was gonna. Is that
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that's in Europe?
Haven't been yet. Europe.
Okay, so my buddy was at Tomorrow World.
Okay.
America.
2
Never
years ago
been.
or
Never.
whatever. Yeah. So it's in the States, tomorrow
Yeah.
world.
Wow.
Atlanta. It's in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah.
Georgia.
So I guess it's like pretty big as well, but it's not
Yeah.
Tomorrowland. So he's always talking about electric forest and stuff like that. I think that's like somewhere near Montreal. It's like
I've
a big
heard
forest with all these like lights, like stages and shit.
Wow.
But no, so like yeah, so I have a few buddies that are like right into all that.
Yeah.
Everyone always tells me, like, man, you'd love it. You gotta come. You know, I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, it's like 3 or 4 days just staying around.
Yeah, I get it.
And like, I mean, sorry, I mean, I that's fun. Like it's all partying and shit. But I'm like kind of old. So I'm like, oh, look, my back hurts. Can I go lay down? Like here's grass.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I just feel like once I got there, I'd be like, oh, I
Well, if you
have
got an
nowhere to
RV,
go. Like,
well,
yeah,
if you got
true
an
that.
RV, just
Yeah.
take care of that problem.
But no, this is,
Mattress.
I've always wanted to do just to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
man, I
It's
I
just-
did it in BC. It was amazing.
like my one buddy said, like he
Amazing
just
experience.
starts dancing and like you put your head down, you lift your head up, and the sun's coming up, and you're like,
Yeah.
I've been.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and
the
I'm
other
like,
side
that's
of
cool,
it,
though. Like,
too.
you know, I'm like, I want to see that, you know? Like,
Did that in Mykonos. That was crazy. That was freaking.
wait, what's that?
Did that in Mykonos. The sun rising.
Oh, yeah,
airplane,
yeah.
The sun rising and like.
Yeah.
Mediterranean is like glass. It's like that water is glass.
Oh yeah.
Bean.
That'd be unreal.
Yeah. Anyway,
you've been,
back
like,
to recording.
You've been all over the world, eh?
Yeah, you gotta keep moving. Keep
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
This is
I
to
don't know.
stay though. Canada's to stay for a while.
Yeah?
I mean, tours are definitely like on the horizon, but yeah, it's a home.
The land
Hey,
of the
that's
free, they
sick.
say.
I like to hear that, though.
Yeah, it's definitely free.
I thought that was the
feeling.
States,
Wow.
land of the free.
No, God
Yeah,
no.
yeah, well,
Like I don't
Home of the
understand.
brave.
Okay,
Walking
so
here, yeah.
so you're an artist, right? So like you're paying for a session, you're going to a session, you're an artist, you're going to a session in America, like you're there. You are not like technically working because this is for your own hobby, right? Like
Yeah.
this is your own thing. I don't know if I'm going to release that. I don't know. This is like something I've got in my head. I want to record it. Like I don't understand how that's like working when you're not taking any money from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's a
guess.
whole other issue.
But see, that's
But
like,
there's so many great areas with that, and it's just an issue that's just
It-
too hard to deal with. Like,
you mean in the sense that like you don't picture it as like working when you're like in the
I
studio
I
doing
can-
shit because you're like fucking around or like
no,
it's like
it's
you're
not
like
fucking around.
no, I
it's
just mean like it's your like
That's
fun.
just my life. It's what
like,
I do.
yeah.
Like, it's different when you're going like you are exploiting or you're like performing.
Yeah,
and you're doing
yeah.
the wrong thing.
Yeah,
and you're
'cause you
advertising
see
and you're
the,
doing that sort
like-
of thing. When you've gone there, to spend some good time with your friends who are also artists.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you just so happen to like jam, and that's an issue. I see what.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's
I
a
thought you were
different-
saying like you didn't see it as working because you weren't getting money for it directly.
No,
But
no,
like
not
no, I was like
that.
I was gonna say
Not
that's
like that.
that's like the
Not really
like
like-
immediate
that
reward
doesn't-
system, you know,
yeah, no,
like
that's
people
weird.
start a
This stuff-
business and like I'm not making any money.
Well, that's bartering.
Which one?
That-
Kleenex?
that's just bartering.
This is like no
That's
use, yeah, no.
That's
I
just
just
like
pulled it off the roll of
just
toilet
like
paper.
Burning Man Festival, right? When you just barter everything.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So yeah, where were we? I got lost.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter where we
Got
went.
high and
That's the
lost.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
So who are I was gonna say, oh sorry, you guys. Who's all self-made?
So we got shout out to official self-made Benji and official
Benji.
self-made Lucky. That's
Lucky in the
management.
house tonight, I hear.
And Tash.
And
Shout out Tash.
Hey,
MT.
we also got myself, Chanel, and a producer named Dare.
Okay,
Dare's a
okay.
very dope producer.
So,
So,
Yeah.
what about this fine young gentleman over here to my right? Is it,
yeah, we got Lucky in the house, I believe, and I'm sorry, man,
Lucky,
I forget your
Lucky.
name again. Leon, yeah. Okay, I was gonna swear to God, I was gonna say that, man.
Yeah.
Fucking. Come on over, tell him.
yeah, come on in, man. Come on in.
Bilingual artist
Yes.
from region of Ottawa, Gatineau, you know. So on est ici, on fait bouger les choses. We got some bilingual material coming out.
Fucking
So what's
right.
gonna be happening? You know what I'm saying?
I was like
That you?
hearing
Yeah, that's me.
when they start rapping in a
Yeah.
different language, like.
It's so dope.
Yeah,
It's
like,
so dope.
the thing is, I'm always like, what are they saying?
Yes,
But it's
it doesn't
cool,
matter.
what's his name, Pitbull. Back in the day,
Yeah.
Pitbull was like whenever, because Pitbull now, but I mean, recently has been like more like pop, whatever,
Yeah,
right?
it's
But back in
just
the day,
crazy.
Pitbull was like a grimy rapper, like he was like getting it right. But I always love when he'd be like blah 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 blah, and then he's like, spits all the Spanish and shit,
Spanish
right? And I'm
out
like,
of nowhere.
yeah, like get it. I don't know what he's saying, but yeah, like.
A lot of
But I
Swedish
always love that
artists.
shit, yeah?
Swedish artists, they're doing this. They're flipping between, and it's actually a sick sound. They're doing like really sick trap music. John R official on Instagram. That's his thing. He's a crazy rapper. He goes
John R.
John R
John R.
official. That's
Official. Okay,
his,
okay.
Yeah, John R
Sure.
official. Yeah, he's dope. He's like, they're singing, they're rapping, they're going between Spanish, like, the Swedish,
Oh,
Spanish. Yeah, it's dope. German and also English.
My
Crazy, right? And it's
Yeah.
mixed between like old school hip hop sound and trap too. That's cool. But yeah, like, I mean, like, that's just that European sound. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my younger brother went to Chernobyl in wherever.
Isn't
What's
it
called?
in Ukraine, Russia?
Yeah, Ukraine. There we go. Yeah. So he went to Ukraine. He was staying in Kiev, and but he was like he would talk to people and shit, right? And so he's asking them about music and shit, right? And so he was like put on to these different rap artists, and so he was showing me them and stuff. And it's funny because like you could almost see, like, I'm like, is this new rap? He's like, yeah. So you could almost see that it's like they're like a little bit delayed, kind of. I mean, I shouldn't say delayed. It's not that they're delayed. It's just that they're stuck on that like older style rap. You know what I mean? And the guys would go from Russian to English, and the one guy was actually really funny because he would rap in English and Russian, mostly Russian, but whenever he would rap in English, it was like really, really bad English. Like he's like he says something about his mom finding out he's a gangster, and he's like, really bad guy or something like that. Like it's just
Oh
like,
no, I'm a really bad guy.
but even though how bad it is, or like not, I shouldn't say bad, like how bad I look at it as, it's still good. Like I listen to it, like me and my brother are always like really bad guy.
Yeah,
very
it's
bad
still
guy.
stuck in your head.
Funny.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
These blunts and joints have been on rotation this entire time.
No.
Hang on.
That's how we do it over here.
Yeah.
If my friends back home saw what I've been smoking, they would just cry.
Oh, yeah.
How is weed there?
I was
Like
gonna-
legal or not legal?
Look, it's illegal.
Is it like Cuba illegal, or is it like?
It's like they've become more lenient and blessed. They're finally relaxing laws. Where it is where the government like ACT Canberra, so sort of Ottawa is the capital city. It's
Okay.
Canberra, even though people think it's Sydney, it's
I
Canberra.
always thought it was.
So that sort of vibe. It's like a city, but it's also like a big town.
Okay.
You know, like
yeah.
chill, relax, down
Okay.
earth. But it's always been legal to have a couple of plants there, right?
No,
Okay.
Which I think is kind of like I think that's great, but like no one actually lives there.
Okay.
So do that for like the main city, but they keep that shit down there.
yeah.
So they're finally relaxing that. So about 5-7 years, it should be like legal. Decently.
Pretty crazy.
that long.
Yeah.
That
Shit.
long.
I figured they all be
But
catching
England's
on,
not
but
doing it. Like,
No,
fuck
yeah.
England.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pretty sure. Well, pretty
But-
strict up for.
But there's
royal
people
order.
bringing back, like that, they're ready for the government to start, taking care of people that need it. Finally, like, it's
Well,
just
that's-
ridiculous. It's medicine.
that's just it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it's it being illegal or like fucking ostracized. No, like
Demonized?
Demonized. There we go. I was gonna say
To do
monster.
anytime
but
in
it's
prison smoking weed is just
you're just stopping
Like
those
for
people that need to
Iran,
have it,
it's
right?
horrible.
Like
Americans are shoving
use it,
pot
but
holes so they don't
people
get
need it.
caught.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's not like it's
So-
obviously not like harmful in any direct way, right? So it's
well,
like
I saw a doctor say
People do what they wanna
on
do.
Of course, it was on a weed documentary, so like it's anti-propaganda or whatever you call it. But But a doctor said, he goes, literally the worst part about marijuana in general, smoking it, because you're smoking a plant and it's carcinogens and whatever, right? So it's like for your lungs and like cancer and whatever, right? But the worst part about weed is smoking. So if you're like eating it or vaping it or like even dabs,
vaping,
like
they say is a very good. If you're smoking it, the best way to do.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
vaping.
Yeah.
What they say.
Yeah.
The thing is, I can't get
I
for
was
like, it's
doing
like,
that,
it doesn't
you know?
taste right.
High, man.
I
But-
feel like it kind of fucked my vocal cords. A bit. Like,
With
I
the
had to
vape,
stop.
well,
I didn't
and-
really sing.
Yo, I
my
noticed that
notes.
too.
really
Actually, when I was
wide throat,
vaping,
It was
like
very-
I was
So-
getting like sore throats and shit constantly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so here's the thing. So my buddy pointed this out to me one day. He said, "Here's the thing." He's like, so he's like, "What's pneumonia? Fluid on your lungs, right?"
Oh, that's right.
What's
Yeah.
vapor?
It's just like
It's like
water vapor.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
it's
of
not
a
good.
liquid, right? So like the more you smoke, or like vape or whatever, right? You're putting that on your lungs. And he was referring to the fucking actual like vape machines and stuff, like the clouding machines and stuff. But either way, the more you vape, the more you vape. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not saying that's a fact. But in my mind, and I've noticed the same thing, like you're saying, like smoke one of those pens for a bit, and it's like, oh, like
Yeah.
sick or whatever. My brother even said to me one time, he's like, man, I think I got sick off that. I'm like, no. And then I got it. I'm like, no, I think it is,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So
I
it makes
noticed it
sense.
too.
And the other thing too is we don't know the effects of it, right? Because it hasn't been around for a long time.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
cell phones, like cell phones have been around to like for what, like let's say 30 years
Yeah.
maybe. But like
I mean, you don't
at
know.
the same time, we don't know how
Lot-
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, once you get to like 50, 60 years, like
Mm.
whatever, right? So then now you look at the vaping and shit. It's like, oh yeah,
It's
not
terrifying.
tobacco, but you're like, well, we
Okay,
don't know what
those
this
jewels,
is doing.
right?
Mhm.
These jewels. I was dueling. Right?
See, I hear in LA they're like
Okay,
against jewels
that's-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I started dueling, it was because I was in America. And
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my
okay.
god, let's
At
get me
least you're
jewel. Oh my god,
honest.
babe, do you have my jewel? Do you have the mango? And they're like, oh my
Nice.
god, you know? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start dueling. So I started. Anyway, it created like huge issues with
Yeah.
my breathing.
No
so
doubt.
enough. I went to the doctors and she said no more. So I, I threw it out. That's
Good.
it. Straight in the bin,
Yeah.
full case, just throw it out.
Well, it was right
So-
about the same time that I was convinced to get one. I found out that it was like I didn't even
It
go and do any
exploded.
research or
It
anything. I just
exploded.
found out that like all of a sudden it's like everyone in fucking. Actually, you know what? It was it was the Adam 22 vlog where he went to Lil Xan's house for a podcast.
Yeah.
And they're rocking out they're listening to Lil Xan's new song in this fucking G-Wagon in the garage,
Yeah.
and they have this big bottle of Hennessy. They're all taking drinks out of it, and the one guy has 2 cigarettes lit. He's smoking 2 cigarettes, and he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "I didn't even smoke." And then I started juuling. He's like, "But then we found out Juul had for you." He's like, "So I started smoking to get off Juul."
All right.
It's like, holy shit, man! Like,
Uh,
it went the opposite, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
I actually did that.
Yeah?
I smoked after I jeweled.
No way. Oh, you
I
didn't even
swear
smoke
to
before you
God.
jeweled?
I did,
Oh,
but like
shit.
I was cutting down. Like I had like time that I hadn't smoked before I started dueling. It was when I was in LA was
Yeah.
a thing.
See,
Yeah,
I
I
just
wish
one
I
day
never
woke up and
started.
smoking made me feel shitty. Like I would smoke a cigarette and make me feel gross, like on the verge of throwing up.
They're nasty.
But then as soon as I
But-
smoke as soon as I drink a drink of something, I'm like, you gotta smoke. Like I just wanted to smoke, right? So I'll smoke on the weekend if I have a couple beer or something like that. So that's why I was thinking about getting the Juul, because I'm like, I don't have to worry about buying a smoke and it like
Yeah.
going stale after 2 weeks because I didn't have a beer or whatever. So I could just have the Juul, but then I'd end up juuling all the fucking time. It's a higher concentration of nicotine too, right? Isn't it? Yeah.
You can get different ones, but I would know. I know.
I'm happy I never got into any of that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't smoke
For me,
cigarettes or
it's
anything.
Me
cigarettes,
too.
No.
like, I can't. I don't know.
Me
I smoke
too.
them and they're just too nasty for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stick with the weed. That's it.
Oh, it's
I
just
used to just smoke
You love your
a
grab
whole bunch
bar.
of joints.
You like
and
grab
then,
bar, right?
I fell in love with backwoods. Fell
yeah.
in love with grabba, and then I was
Backwards as far as I go. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all.
You put a lot of grabber in this part. I'm about to cough.
Oh shit. Yeah, see, I watched the
Sorry.
hot new hip hop, how to roll backwood,
Yeah.
and it's literally just. Have you seen it?
No,
No, okay, so it's literally just like there's like this couch there and camera facing the couch, and you can see the interviewer, but there's a guy like whoever, right? They have a different artist on every time, whatever, and they'll be sitting there and they'll pull out their weed, plug their weed sponsor, whatever, and they got this like animal cookies and whatever, and so then it's how to roll backwards, but if they don't smoke backwards, so like Gunplay was on it, and I think it was Gunplay. He did how to roll a raw paper, and then people do how to roll a grabba, fronto and shit. Right? Some of them will take it and they'll put a paper out, and then they'll cut a piece of the leaf and they'll put that in the paper and put the weed in,
I've seen
and then
that.
they'll roll it all
I've
together
seen it.
and smoke it like that. But
Yeah.
it's cool just to see the
It
different
works.
ways, and like you know,
Yeah.
like Buddy will pull out a bag of weed, and like I forget who it was, man. I almost want to say it was someone from Wu-Tang, but like I said, most of them pull out like a fancy bag of their sponsored
Yeah.
weed and shit. Whoever it was just pulls out a fucking bag of weed and just like pulls it out, pulls out another just bag, and then pulls out the leaf out of it. And just so like, I'm like, yeah,
This
fuck.
is real.
Yeah, it's so cool. But I love watching that shit, man, just because it's just like, oh, like you just see all the different ways, right? I never thought like I said, they put the. Sometimes if I fuck up rolling a backwood or like rolling a blunt or whatever, I'll put a paper around it to like save it.
Yeah.
But I never thought of like putting it all together and just rolling it like that, you know?
Like a rolling machine. Like a cigarette rolling machine.
Yeah. Well, see,
By hand.
they speaking of rolling machines, have you seen how they roll the blunts with the backwoods with the backwood pack? They
No?
rip the backwood pack apart.
Okay, can we have
Okay,
a...
wait. I happen to have one
I
like
have not seen it.
ready to go. Wait. No, wait. I might have thrown it out. Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, take the weed, and you put your weed in here, and you roll it, and you get it all like nice into a shape, right? And then you take your backwood, and like, so like I usually like wash my backwoods, and the guy who showed me this, he said it works better like after you wash it. Don't like dry it too much, so there's still a little bit on it. So you get that like piece rolled, and then you take your paper, like your backwood, and you put it here, and then you just go like this, and roll it up, and it goes around the piece of weed. So it's like a rolling machine, the same way that you put the paper in the top of the rolling machine. So then you just put your weed in there and like get it right,
So simple.
and then pull it back and put your blunt in there and fucking go. I mean, I don't do that because like I'm kind of rough with it, and I end up like pulling them and tearing them and shit.
I'm too accustomed to just rolling my own backward, and like I like to see the results of how they do.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, all right, you know.
Like those raw,
I strive to roll the perfect backward
like
each
those raw
time.
cones.
I do my smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I used to get them, and I'd try and like put the weed in it and like roll it like this, like you would a joint. And I'd always rip them and I'd waste them and whatever. So I'd just get a single, and then end up getting a single and it'd be all dry and fucked up. So I couldn't do it. I'm like, you know what? One day I was determined. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm gonna do this. So I sat down and I did it the way I do it. I just roll it back up the way this comes open, and I just put it back together. And I was sitting there in my buddy's house. I'm like, dude, like I don't even want to smoke this. I was like, look at it. I was like, I just want to like keep it and be like, this is like the first perfect like backwoods I've ever smoked.
Just
or ever
frame
rolled,
that
you know?
shit, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Hang it on the wall.
We obviously smoked it.
Yeah.
Did you
Or I
take
would have
the
pulled it
photo?
out.
Did you take the photo?
Oh no.
Photos are it didn't
Now
happen.
that you say that, no, now that you say
I don't
that, I
believe
don't
you
think
then.
I did.
got ya.
No, it
Shit.
didn't
You got
happen.
ya.
It didn't happen.
I'm gonna. Okay, so if I did, it's probably in the dump that I put in the Dropbox. So I'd have to go through it all.
No.
But I promise,
just
I will
not.
go through it.
Maybe after this.
Mm.
Damn.
Come back with this because it's like
Yeah.
Okay.
perfect backward.
What weed are you smoking right now, Jay?
It's like the OG.
From T-Dot Express.
You got express. So yeah, tell me about getting weed in Toronto.
Yeah, inform us about that.
That honestly,
Yeah,
shout out to T-Dot
yeah
Express.
shout
Yeah.
out T-Dot Express.
We have the gas up.
I'm smoking Wi-Fi It is
Wi-Fi.
it makes me laugh. I'm a lightweight Australian, so to me sativa is fine. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first
These
time you
highs
smoked.
and lows, I don't understand this. All I know is I'm high with the low.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
You obviously smoked before you came here, yeah? Or was it
I
when
was
you
there
first?
for 15 years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do the math.
That'd be cool,
Don't do
Hey,
the
I
math.
would want to.
I started really young. I started smoking weed really young. Yeah.
Nice.
I stopped twice thinking like, can I live without it? You know, am I really that, bad? But, I did it fine. I was sort of like on an island where I'm like, fuck this, I'm getting high. It was months later. I was like, a long time had gone by. I was like, all right, it's time.
Yeah, I only smoke indica.
Yeah, I'm the same way,
Yeah, me
man.
too, man. Yeah.
I only smoke indica.
But I like
My
the
like
first part.
a guy I've met in the
Tolerance,
last
right?
year or so has got me on some like sativas. So he'll be like, oh yeah, look at this. He's like, I know you don't like this shit. I'm like, oh fuck, but this is like, So there's sometimes I'm like, man, that just has that its own original flavor. But to me, it's just like I want that gas. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a tolerance.
I always tell them. So I go to like different spots up in the reserve up on Pikwakanagan, where Green Grass Oasis is.
right.
But
Shout them out.
but whenever I go there, it's like I'm like, I want to put this weed in my trunk, and I want it to smell like that. You know what I mean? Like, so like, oh yeah, you want this then? Here you go. I'm like, yes, exactly. Like, yeah, that right there. I don't want it to like, ooh, it might smell like weed in here. I want it to smell like fucking weed. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like for me, like when I smoke my weed, sometimes like if I'm on the road, like sometimes if I'm about to go to dinner, I'll hop out the car and like finish my blunt as I'm walking to like the diner.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes people on the street stop and they're like, "Yo, that smells really good," and it's just like.
Thank you.
You ain't smoking if you're not getting that reaction. You know?
Yeah.
T-Dot Express pulled up to pick me up from the coffee shop the other day, and I was like, as soon as the coffee shop door opened, I have a coffee, and I just smelled it.
Oh,
And it was
man.
like the indica, right? And
That's
it
the
smelled like
best,
home.
yes.
It smelled like home.
Yeah.
And I was getting in that car,
Dope. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Shout out T-Dot Express.
Yeah, jeez. So what? Do they
Yeah.
bring it to you or what?
Hmm?
Do they bring it to you?
They do deliveries.
Yeah.
Deliveries,
That's
Well,
it.
make them-
edibles, vapes, all that.
You guys ever heard of
Shatters.
Naturally Selected?
Pardon?
Naturally Selected? Yeah, it's like it's like a green logo. Like they're all over. There's like different locations, but they have one in Toronto too. They
Okay.
have.
I'm learning.
It's all
I'm
like
learning.
jars of weed and like
Nice.
like the fancy
Nice,
shit.
nice. I recently tried infused barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be dope.
Wow.
I have one in
That'd
my
be the
fridge
bomb.
right now.
Really?
Yeah, I go to these.
I thought it was something that's just out of the blue. That's brilliant.
Well, I go to these dinners.
Yeah, that's right.
She's
I
we're
wish
gonna
I
try
could
and
give it
have
to
her.
my mom right now.
We're gonna try and have her on, but she does these dinners, and like, so you pay for your ticket, and there's I went twice. There was 4 courses. Every course is medicated unless you specify otherwise.
Okay.
And then there's like that bar and shit, and everybody's just like smoking out and shit. But no, so she does edibles and stuff, but she does like sauces. She does like a jerk sauce, barbecue sauce. She does like jams and stuff, like just everything, man. Yeah, we had like a cheesecake the last time I was there. There was everything, and like the food that she makes too. It's not just like some shit. Like it's like
I don't know
like it's
how-
so good,
how
man.
can you
She'll
not
make like
taste-
actual like THC infused jam.
Yeah, man.
That's
do
crazy.
that.
So
Yeah.
you can wake
Do
up in
that.
the morning and eat a fucking bagel.
Fucking right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking right, and then have like barbecue fucking THC ribs. for
Yeah.
fucking dinner and shit. Like,
They be like a boss.
oh. Yeah.
That's dope.
But yeah, so she gave me one of those last time, and one of the barbecue sauces. Like a jar. You get like a mason jar, 1,000 milligrams. One place I was at today though, they sell fucking little like butter,
Yeah.
like weed butter. but it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like not very much. It might be like
Yeah.
quarter of a cup, but there's 1,000 milligrams in it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'd have to buy like 4 of those to make like a regular batch of cookies. And the chick's like, no. She's like, you mix it into like butter, like plain butter, you know? I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I'm like, if that's a quarter cup, I'm like, I need like a half a cup to make these cookies.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you remember?
No, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I've been fun
Same.
lately. I've been baking lately, making brownies. Had
Yeah.
a few fails that I put like the candy cane in before I put it in the
Put
oven.
candy cane in
I
it?
I fucked up like heaps of weed oil, but
just
I
gotta
learned.
eat it.
I got there
Yeah.
eventually.
Gotta eat the fucked up
Self-taught, self-taught. Yeah, no.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, no, I try and I try and use everything I can. So I try and make edibles and shit whenever I can. Like bottom in the bag and stuff. Or I'll even take like crumbs from a
I love
joint.
it.
Because I used to have I'd have a little bit of weed left in my buster. And I'm like, oh, what kind of weed is that? I'm like, I forget. So I'd be like, oh, and just throw it somewhere. And so I started just piling it in this jar. And like, I have like an ounce and a half probably of just like crumbs. And it's all from good weed. It's just old fucking. So I was just going to throw it all into some edibles and
Yeah,
make those.
beauty.
What's your favorite edible?
Oh, shit.
That 500 milligram gummy.
That's exactly what came to mind.
Gummy
Yeah.
bears.
I have one
They're
on me too.
lethal.
Yeah,
Especially
They're
he's
500
nice.
milligram
eaten a
one.
couple 500 milligram on the podcast for him. They're like this big, man. They're huge. Just dummy them.
You still got the
Oh man.
packaging. Oh, you got one right
Oh,
now.
Got one.
You're going for it.
That's
Ooh,
cheers.
cheers!
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
500 milligrams.
Wow,
Look
it's
at that.
Nice too.
Yeah. Oh, you guys want some of it?
Nah,
say.
it does look nice, but I can't.
No, I take some, but I mean, like that's first smoke for it, bro.
I gotta get back to
Yeah, yeah.
Toronto.
You need it all if you
Yeah.
You need it. It's well
You guys in
away.
Toronto again tonight? Or you got a spot in
Perhaps
Ottawa?
not.
No, we're going back
No,
to
we've
Toronto.
gotta-
Got some things to take care of down there, and then we're coming back Friday night.
Yeah. Oh,
Nah.
So you got like more interviews and shit lined up in Toronto, or are you just
Not
going
in-
to...
I gotta
No.
record.
We have more music to record.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Mix
eh?
and
Booked for
mastering,
when we get
things like
back.
that to get done.
Yeah.
on the grind.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Doesn't stop.
stop. I'm
Trust.
like, yeah, just
Oh, that's crazy, man.
really like praying.
Yeah, if
that
you
my
want to like
throat-
cut some up or whatever, or you want to eat the whole thing,
Are you going for it?
Alright,
you can cut it right off.
Alright, Jay,
Cut it?
J-Real, I'm gonna like cut some for you. I'm gonna
There you
cut
go.
some for you
Yeah,
too,
help a
right?
brother.
There you go.
Shit.
Yo, I went actually on New Year's.
I'll have a little.
Actually on New Year's.
Since you are, I will a little bit.
On New Year's, I had one of these,
A
and
little
my
bit.
buddy's neighbor was like, I was trying to get him to smoke blunts with me because we made this blunt. I put shatter inside the backwood,
Yeah.
and then I put like a
That's
bunch of
interesting.
hash and weed. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
And so I was like, yeah, smoke this with us. It's a big, it's a special blunt. Like, you have some guys like, man, no, I'm gonna go to sleep if I smoke that. And everyone's like, no, he doesn't smoke weed. He doesn't smoke weed. Like, leave him alone. And he's like, fuck, I'd eat some edibles if you had them. And I was just like, pulled out one of those. And like, here you go. And he's like, almost as if he didn't expect me to pull it out. I'm like, yeah, eat it, man, eat some. So he knew it was like a lot. So he's like, shit. So they were all cutting little pieces off of it. So I went back to it and I was like, hey, I'm like, who's been eating this? Like, oh, and everyone thought I was like mad that they were eating it. But I'm like, no, I just don't want him to be eating all of it, I guess he cut like 2 or 3 pieces off of it throughout the night. And went home and he said the next day, he's like, man, I didn't fucking wake up until 12:30 today. And he's like, and I woke up, I took a piss, and he said he was stumbling around like, I have to go back to bed, man. And he was like, it had to be that.
without a sign, a post-it. Like, I ate a whole cake thinking it was an
No.
actual passion. But wait,
But see,
before
I'd
I
be okay
had to
with that.
perform, I fell asleep in the audience under the chairs, across 3-4 chairs, I don't know, underneath the table. Because I ate the whole piece, right? So they
Damn.
had to wake me up, and I went up there, and I hardly remember it, but I did it. I did it, and you know what? It was actually, I ended up not doing anything of my own. I ended up doing No Diggity, but the Chet Faker version.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know,
no
shutting
way.
it down.
Yeah, man. You know what? I have that. I used to have that on my phone for so long. I have a fucking card at home. I went home, put it in my phone, and we play that song.
Yeah, he's cool. Those
I
live
love-
sessions he does.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and they actually remind me of FKJ, like those live sessions. Have you seen that? French Kiwi Juice,
No.
FKJ. He's pretty sick. He does these improvised production sessions with
Okay.
artists from around the world. Red Bull Studios sponsors.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, I know.
It's really cool. He did a collaboration with Masego.
Everybody got some of that or what?
Tato. Yeah, so they killed it. Like that was just like improv. Like he just picks up every instrument, puts it on the loop, and just gets
Dope.
that. And yeah, it's dope. That's something I'm manifesting. One day, FKJ, I want to work with you. Please shout out FKJ one day. I'm here in Toronto. Yeah, soon tonight. Yeah.
Real too, yeah.
Oh, man, can I get you get me a drink though?
Oh shit! What do you want?
I don't know. No troubles. Troubles here. You know.
Mix the man a drink.
You know. A little bit. Want all
Ooh. Going on loud.
No. The other stuff.
Remember on the
The other
way?
stuff.
Remember on the way
No,
here,
no,
we were
no,
like,
man.
"Can we smoke? Can we smoke?"
Yeah. Trying to hurt us to
Wow.
smoke
Oh,
before.
yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
It's just a different.
More.
We try to make it a memorable,
Yeah, that's what.
memorable experience, but maybe it's not memorable experience. I don't know.
It's memorable.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, no, it is. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming through for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Appreciate you guys having
Yeah,
Been a
we
dope
were
time.
like hanging out in the car rolling because we just like don't know. Just
Well,
like you didn't know what to expect.
if I
We
had to
didn't
put-
know what to
yeah,
expect.
exactly,
We're
exactly.
like, we
I'm
gotta get
outside. He's like,
high.
oh, there's just smoking. I'm like, wait, we smoke. We smoke. Like we're gonna be smoking. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's funny, but I
But
get
you know
it.
when the weed's like chopped, you're in the car, it's on a really unstable platform, but you're holding
You're
onto
already
it,
doing your thing,
and you're
might as
halfway,
well.
you got the blunt, like,
gotta
it's
get it
unrolled.
lined up, everything.
You gotta get it done.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was just one of those moments. Mm.
Yeah, no, you guys have a dope setup.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Much appreciated.
I
Yeah.
would like permission to draw on your table before.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, take your
like-
pick. There's a pen right here. And actually, I gotta. So I'm gonna start with just like this question right
Oh,
here.
yeah, hit 'em.
So
Maybe
Please.
I'll follow through with some more.
yeah, for sure. So to each of you guys, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Blue.
Green and blue. All right. What? That's actually been pretty common recently.
Yeah, that was the.
I actually I had exact same thing, Rich, and I have them set aside right here.
Yeah.
Green and blue.
For
All right.
both?
So
You said that. Is that?
Here, you want to take me a drink?
Yeah. Green
So-
and blue.
Oh, I don't know. This is.
green and blue. All right. Here you go.
What
Here's
do you-
some.
You don't want it or not.
Yeah, right? Cool.
I think I made
Thank
like a
you.
walking
Thank you.
Not
Thank you.
And like,
Thank you.
did you say green? Like what?
just 'cause I wanna
Did
have
you
a
say
little
blue?
more.
Yeah,
Blue,
I'll
yeah,
take it
he's
'cause,
blue.
Blue and you're green. All
I'm
right.
green, he's blue.
So,
What do you
Fucking
think
right.
of with blue? What do you think about? What's the first thing that comes to your head?
Green and blue?
Yeah, blue.
Read this guy.
Sky.
Sky, nice.
I think ocean.
Guys,
what about you
Yeah.
with green then?
Life.
Life in general?
Life itself.
Oh my god.
Just like that
Hey, wait.
molecule. Life.
That molecule. Okay, but
It's cool
that's
though,
That's-
because like when you look at Earth, it's
It's
blue
like
and green,
yeah.
It's
There you
true.
right?
go.
Like that is life. Together,
is
that's
life.
life,
man.
right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
even know.
true.
I'm just like,
Oh, these guys coming
Can't
to
even
the
say
theater near
anything.
you.
yeah, shit. I can't even.
Be on the watch.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, all right. We're gonna do a little quick question round.
Yes.
I guess like we'll let you both answer because it's the both of yous. All right, pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
pizza.
Powerade or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Gin or vodka?
Vodka.
Gin.
Rum or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Rum.
Oh, you're on opposites there.
Yeah. Would you rather take a plane or take a train?
Plane.
Jet.
Jet. This-
Playing
Yeah.
Private.
getting a PJ.
Yeah. Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
Okay, so this next question, I guess, goes to you, boobs or booty?
I mean, that could go to both.
I guess
You don't
it could
know.
go to both, like for sure, for sure.
Boobs or
I don't
booty?
want to be like. offended.
What do you mean?
What do you like?
This is
better?
for both of us.
Yeah, exactly.
I love boobs and booty.
Of course.
Yeah.
Did you say both? Did you say
I would
both?
say both, but if
I
I had
got
to
it.
choose out of the two, I would say
Booty. Yeah,
Okay.
booty,
That's
booty,
it, that's
booty.
it.
All right.
Fair.
Would you rather be stuck in deep sea or outer space?
You know, I'm going to go
Let's see.
space.
Ooh, 2 spaces?
You know,
You say space too?
See.
Oh,
no,
see?
I
Okay.
lost
Sorry, I thought you said-
someone to see, so I would
Oh,
never
shit.
ever wish that upon nobody.
Oh, I'm
Nah,
sorry to hear
spaceman.
Shit.
Like that, like no one would have ever gone as far as you.
That's true. Yeah.
True. All right.
See what no one's ever seen
Stars.
before.
You're the star, man.
It's like
you are the
Yeah,
star.
yeah.
You should be in the sky.
that.
What are you
Fucking
talking
right,
about?
yeah. Shoot for the moon, at least you'll end up with the stars.
Yeah,
Alright.
sorry, my bad.
Would you rather never laugh again or never use your smartphone again?
Never use my no, never use my smartphone.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not even a thing. I was just making sure I was answering that
I'd have to say
right. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. Sorry.
Would you rather be gossiped about or never talked about at all?
I would rather be
Gossiped
gossiped about. Yeah.
Would you rather forget who you are or forget who everyone else was?
Yeah, whoever knows.
Yeah, because people change anyway.
That was quick, man. You're sure
Yeah,
yourself.
100%.
I like that, man. That's it.
All right.
That's
Would
what it
would
is.
you guys either rather be born with a elephant trunk or a giraffe neck? Sorry, I'm talking that.
Wow.
I'd have to go with
Elephant.
long neck.
a giraffe neck.
That's funny.
I love
I
elephant.
call my rapper name Long Neck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try to make it work, you know?
Live
There
by
is-
the name.
There is
I'm
long
not
neck.
lapped out already.
This side neck?
Yeah. All right. Would you rather be forgotten about or hatefully remembered?
Infamous,
about.
basically, right?
Forgotten about.
Yeah, forgotten about. I don't know why I was stuck on that. That's dark. Yeah, that's dark. It's real fucked up. I was hesitating. Okay.
I guess, yeah. Takes you to a place you don't want to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk to him for the rest of your life?
Mike Tyson's, cool dude. So yeah, I'll say talk to him the rest of my life.
Why you don't want to fight him? Come on.
Nah,
Just
love.
Honestly, like, by talk to him, it could just be casual. Like, it doesn't have to be like.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought was
Maybe
thinking.
whatever. You
Not
know?
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, how's
Hey,
it doing,
the
Mike?
question-
As long as it's not like, yo, like, I actually have to, like, yo, like, the man's like
Be with him.
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
See, that's what I said. Like, if I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
talk to him, like, you know,
Like,
10 minutes a
whatever,
day. Like,
Worst I
like, yo,
can say
you're
is
good. Like, yeah, sure. Like,
Something.
Yeah.
yeah,
you know, like, cool.
Everything's good, bro. Like,
Yeah, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'll choose that.
See, that's my outlook too on that one.
All right.
That's a cool
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Would you rather go to jail for something you've never done for the rest of your life or never stop coming for the rest of your life?
Oh my god. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
No, I don't think I'd be able to come if I was in jail for something I didn't do for the rest of my life. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that in there, so I'd prefer to just be free.
And always do it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair, yeah.
Or
True
not,
that.
like, whatever it is. You said
Yeah.
not at all. Like, right? It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I choose freedom.
I'd
Yeah.
I'd have to get rich and find here for that one. Yeah, you can't do nothing.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right.
So what you got over there? That's it?
No, I got a
No,
couple more.
please more.
I got. All right. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Wait, can you I just
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
I could take one.
One horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
It's
Think
like
so?
one giant ass duck.
Ducks are fierce, man.
You know what?
I'm
I've
telling
been
you.
chased by geese. Have you?
Yeah, I haven't been chased by geese, but
I
I
don't
heard
think
that's
anyone
a thing,
will really
man. I heard
understand.
that's
It's
a thing.
just weird. No,
I heard
no one
that's a
will
thing.
truly understand the painful experience.
I stepped in goose shit.
They're-
Traumatizing
They're evil.
experience.
Yeah,
They're
man.
evil. I love animals.
So you'd rather
They're
fight one giant one?
evil. One giant than have so many come at you?
Well, like
It'd
it'd be like 100.
duck-sized horses.
So little tiny horses.
yeah, they're not ducks.
They're
They're
horses.
horses. Yeah, they're
the size of a
yeah.
duck.
No, because I could never hurt the horses.
Ah.
Evil. No,
You just
I
take
wouldn't
on.
actually hurt the duck
Okay,
either,
and that
you know.
is like you're facing a fear,
It's
right? You're just
self-defense.
taking on the one giant duck instead of
No comment.
Instead of
and then
hurting.
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of hurting the
you feel like
horses.
a boss, you're like, I just took down this
So-
big ass.
Yeah, that's right. Put it up on your wall.
Take the hardest picture you get.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh wait, yo. So
What's going on here?
Okay, so
Reach over.
we got a tip going on.
Yeah, man, that's from SelfMadeRecords. Lucky over here.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Wow, man, that is
Tipping the
crazy
4G audio.
difference, bro.
So okay, we started a game like
Yeah, we got a couple
basically.
more.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna because that happened, I gotta explain this. I'm just gonna like interrupt the whole process here.
Yeah.
So it's too bad you don't have the 500 milligram bear anymore. So basically, when someone tips, we have
Oh,
to we have to do something, right? You know. So like so you
So what do we
you've
got?
given us a tip.
Yeah, alright, here we go.
So now we have to earn that tip, right? Not that we haven't already, so we appreciate that.
Wait.
So it's up to you now.
THC grape.
You want us to do a shot of some whatever we got going on over here, or
Yeah. Usually, okay. So yeah, that's what. Yeah. So normally, when someone tips, that's for you're paying us to
Basically
do
have to put
something,
us up
whatever
to a
you want.
challenge,
Put us
yeah.
on a challenge. Yeah. So normally, I have one of these bears, and it's fucking. I eat one of these bears, but we already ate that. I got this. We got some liquor.
so what's that? The THC?
That's THC.
Yeah. I know. I gotta get back to
Let's get it. Yeah. All right. Well, we could just drink this shit straight.
wait. I'm like, well,
That's what's up.
If you want.
Yeah. You think so?
I thought, yeah.
yeah, you put a tiny
How much
dash.
were we tipping?
Wait.
Oh shit! Yeah. No nudes.
Oh, come on,
Nudes.
man.
Nobody's touching nobody. Alright, so anyways, since we got time, I got a couple more questions still while we're on the round.
Yeah.
Alright, would you rather go about your day naked or fall asleep for a whole year?
Go about my day naked.
Yeah,
Y'all know what's up.
for sure. Why not,
What's
right?
up?
Alright, would you rather live one life that lasts 1,000 years or 10 different lives that last 100 years each?
Should we get it down or what?
You know what? That could be what it is anyway.
I would make the most out of that one.
You know?
Both are
That's
kind of the
it,
same, but
yeah.
one's more or less, I would say,
I would-
vampire-like, and the other's like,
I would.
How do you wanna do it, boys?
I would make the most.
I'm gonna
out
do
of
a
that,
shot.
Are we doing this?
1,000 years and
yeah.
Try to live
Is that what
out
you want us to
life
do?
the best that I
Yeah,
could for that
'cause
1,000 years.
yeah.
And I couldn't complain after that. Like I lived
Like
1,000
that?
years.
Yeah,
When I
yeah,
die, I'm like, I'm ready to die.
You
know?
could really make some progression in 1,000
Exactly.
years.
Like you are well ahead of what
Right?
you know what is going on. You know.
That's
Yeah.
that could be done. So yeah, I would do that.
Mhm.
Comes with some great, yeah, I'm down. Comes with,
You have a big family.
yeah, I was gonna say it comes with some
Can
hardships.
you imagine being
but-
like all crippled, like fucking 600-year-old man though, or like woman?
No,
You
I'm
could be
picturing
very-
picturing myself to perfection till the day I die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Canada.
That's
Right?
right, I'm staying.
Right?
600 years from now,
Yeah.
think about it. 600 years from now, you could probably find a way to do something about it.
It's true. Yeah, you'd be
true
like all
that.
fucking
That's a
shit.
lot of
Hey,
time.
man,
you know what? Yeah.
That's a technology.
for sure.
You know what, man? You're a smart dude, man. That's the second time you've mentioned fixing something, or like, you know what I mean? I forget what the last one was. You said you were something about finding a cure for something. You said that
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
like,
oh, I'd
for
find.
like if I had to constantly, you know.
That's it. Yeah. You're like, I find the cure for it. That's right. You said I find the cure for
Yeah.
it, and then now you're saying help me again here. What
If you live for 1,000 years,
yeah,
and some
now you're
fucked up
talking
shit
about
happened, you'd be
once
like,
you're in
Yeah.
600 years
If
into
I
it,
was
you can
crippled, like,
fucking
I'd
fix
fix
this
it, yeah.
thing.
and then
you
have
know?
some like fucking
And
robot
that to
arms
me
or like
says
brain
that-
or some shit.
That you're not like you're a smart dude. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I respect that,
Appreciate
man.
it,
Seriously.
appreciate it,
I
appreciate
mean, watching him
Welcome.
go in the booth, like,
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of that,
All right.
breathtaking.
let's do
What
it.
are we doing with this?
I throw some in my drink, whatever you
Is
guys
that what's up?
want.
So I think that's what we're doing. I don't know. I think that's what we suggested. But
I'm doing a shot of my Kraken.
1,000 milligrams of THC. You're doing a shot of Kraken. You don't want any of this?
You doing the THC?
I've had enough blunts and I had some of that gummy bear.
Okay, let's try
mix
it.
in.
Yeah.
More
yeah.
THC won't do me any good.
How much do you think like I could handle? Because you know you've seen my tolerance too.
What
What are you thinking?
I'll pour for you.
That's great.
Pour up.
Alright.
What is this, guys?
What am I-
So
Six,
this
no?
THC syrup, it's supposed to be like THC lean. Like it's supposed to be like
No, I've had this before.
Like,
so I
like
know-
yeah.
I know,
So
I
you
know,
mix it
yeah.
in with your Sprite and shit, right? So there's 1,000 milligrams in that bottle.
Once again, shout out to T.Express.
1,000 milligrams in the whole bottle.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
So if
okay.
you're just pouring a bit,
A little
it's not
bit,
that
yeah. It's
so,
not that much.
Yeah, fucking pour it up, share it up.
Alright.
Just give me like a chunk
Like
of the
bun.
bottle,
You
and I'll fucking down
love it.
Pour it up.
Right up.
it. Well, okay.
Yeah.
This has been a
So
fun
Like I
night
said,
so
I got
far.
the
I'm
Sprite. If you
happy.
want to mix it up, that's all you got.
Good.
what would you
All
guys?
right.
What would you
Good
guys?
choice.
I got some guava juice too.
Well, you're making me
juice.
want my glasses. I've been
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at you with your
thanks.
glasses on all night. I'm like,
Oh,
why did I
shit.
put them down?
You know what's funny is I always bring
I
a pair
wear
of
my
glasses so I can wear them.
sunglasses at
But
night.
I didn't bring my car. I brought my fucking dad's car, so I didn't have any. I have all my glasses in the car, so I didn't have any glasses. I'm like, fuck, didn't bring any. Well, whenever as soon as I walked in here and started reaching in my bag and
swinging
pulling
this
out
out
the
the
weed and
bottle?
shit, I was like, yo, I'm like, I have fucking I have a pair of glasses in here. Fucking right. So, oh, you just straighten it. Yeah, everybody
You
take a
did
swig.
Did you do that straight?
Take a
No, I didn't
swig,
try
mix
it.
it up,
Oh.
do whatever you
I
want,
just
man.
You're
I
gonna
got
try
some
like
liquor
this?
still, so I drink it first.
I mixed it
So
too.
pour
Yeah.
some.
Alright.
I mixed it.
I don't
Pour it
know.
up.
You
I
mixing
think
it?
mixed
What's
is
that?
good.
Man, it
You
feels
got
like a
Mixed is
pound
good.
heavier in my cup right
It
now.
is very syrupy, eh?
Yeah.
Very. What is it? Grape? Grape
Tastes
flavor?
pretty good. It tastes great. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My drink
Mix
tastes
that up.
pretty
Oh,
good.
did you get some? Oh,
Nah,
you
I
did.
didn't even pour it.
French.
Oh,
That
shit.
tastes
Take the rest, man.
delicious.
Take the rest.
That's
all
just
you, bro.
like grape flavored Gatorade. No, do
Yeah.
they even have that? Yeah,
Legit? Absolutely.
they do. I don't know. Am I one of those?
There's
Just
this
shoot-
too if you
shoot.
want,
I
man.
always
Yeah.
get the yellow or the orange.
Did you get some? No,
like
you got.
the,
No,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry, man.
No.
the colors no one wants.
The
ones
colors
I
no
go
one
for.
wants. What?
Yellow,
Grape?
orange. I always go for those ones. Like not for
Orange is my favorite. You know what though?
Orange, yeah. Orange, or blue
Orange
for
has
me.
been my
Blue?
favorite color since I was a kid, and the reason why is because I loved orange candies. But the funny thing is, I never really fucked with like yellow or green. But whenever I got older and found out that it was like lemon and lime, I was like, oh, now I see it. Yeah, okay. Like, oh, I love these
Yeah.
ones, you know. So I stick towards the citrus ones usually.
Yeah, citrus
Yeah,
is
citrus
fresh.
and grape.
Fresh,
That's where I'm
fresh.
at. But yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, what
mix
are
this
your fucking freestyle skills?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys want us to throw on a instrumental?
Get it?
I know.
You guys don't have to if you don't want to, but we do have instrumental if you want to hear
You guys
some
got
shit.
instrumentals?
I'd
Yeah,
love to
fucking right.
hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It might be a little more boom bap style.
Yo, you're allowed to swing this,
But-
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
you
can. You.
It's no holds barred, man.
And,
Whatever you say reflects you, not us.
I'm smoking
Yeah.
mad lately, so like let me just.
No, that's
I'm
cool. Hey, and-
harmonizing a bit. I'm not
Okay.
going crazy tonight. Mind you, every time I say that, I go crazy.
Sorry.
yeah.
The other night, I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm just gonna do like
No, it's all good.
echo vibe. You know, I'm just gonna. And before I know, I was belting.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm not
I was
gonna.
I'm coming in soft. Nah.
Yo, the
I'm
guy
gonna
we
throw in
had
a
on
couple
last
of-
night or last weekend, who do we have on last weekend? Shit, man, I feel like douche. But he said that his buddy is the manager for Gen 8.
Yeah, we had KB the boss.
KB the
on
boss,
last
sorry,
weekend.
yes, sorry.
Love.
Sorry, Kevin.
love
Right.
her work
Yeah,
and her
man. Oh,
voice.
she's good. And
She-
you know what's funny is how I found her was It's actually a really long story. I probably
Oh
shouldn't
yeah,
tell
no,
it.
okay.
I'm gonna get a soundboard
So-
thing that says
I
like
wanna know.
6 hours later. Or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah. So me and
eternity
my
later.
buddy, just I'll sum it up. It's probably gonna sound worse if I sum it up, but me and my buddy picked up some girls at
Okay.
a late night club.
Okay.
Where,
Sounds like my New Year's.
where they okay, we're good. All right.
All right.
So like, you know, at a club where they're the main attraction, right? So anyways, they came with us. We went and got some McDonald's and we drank some whiskey and shit at my boy's apartment. And anyways, so then I went back to the other girl's apartment and we chilled and we drank coffee, slept in different beds, and you know, read the Bible before we went
It
to
was
sleep.
very Christian night.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so anyways, then the next day we all met up for breakfast. It was about 6:30 p.m. And so that just, you know. Anyways, so we did that, whatever. What am I getting at?
I have no idea. What are you getting
so
at?
okay, so then whenever we left to go meet the other people for breakfast at dinner time, actually, you know what? I think it was at that James Street pub that closed down or whatever, right?
Great. Yeah.
Anyway, so we all met there and shit, right? And the chick was like, "I'm bringing this CD," and she put it in my car, and it fucking stayed there for like 6 months. And I was just like, and it was her, and it's like 5 songs, I think, or 6 songs. And I'd put it on, and I'd literally listen to it over and over and over. And there's that one with Ab-Soul, WTH, Way Too High.
Yeah.
Just so sick. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's she's sick.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, that's how I came upon the
The
CD, and
Spotify
that's how I
session.
came upon her and
I
shit.
played you that the other night, actually. Spotify session.
With her?
Mieko.
No way.
She does sativa.
Sativa?
Yeah.
Is it hot in here?
Yeah.
Is it just me?
No, I
I'm
don't.
so high in here from smoking all this weed.
What?
I'm not as good as her,
Oh,
but
sick.
nah, one
You have a
day.
great voice, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Very
whenever you were
true.
singing along
Very
with your
true.
own
Drinks
songs, I was like,
are
yeah,
on me.
it's not just auto-tune.
Damn.
No, no.
get it.
I know, I know.
I'm not a fan of auto-tune. I think for rap it's great. I think, you know what, actually, you know what? I've been really stubborn about it for the last 3 years. So I just need to get over it and like play around with it a little bit. But, you know, I just
Jump on it.
I love imperfections in certain pieces.
True,
'cause
true.
It's
Well-
like that's the part I love. Is like there's certain Alicia Keys songs. Like if her voice didn't crack there, maybe I wouldn't like that song. So much.
True.
Yeah, who's
And
that
there's-
the new
there's a-
chick, like that Tones and I or whatever?
Okay,
Like
Australian, right?
right. So
She is.
she's
She-
fucking like she's got a
So-
crazy voice.
She's
So
had a
there's-
funny career, like right. So she just sort of pops up out of nowhere in Sydney, in Australia. My friend interviews her on.
Was she like
radio.
a busker artist or something like that, or
She
like?
was,
Okay,
and
okay.
but she went on. Yeah, she did Talent Things. My friend, Carl Sutherland. Yeah, shout out. In Australia. He does radio there. He was interviewing her, and she's just sort of on the rise, right? And he was just like, her personality, I've never met anyone like her, right? And then I hear on the radio as soon as I arrive in Toronto.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, and she's blowing up right now. Like
so
crazy.
I was sort of doing my own thing. I didn't really see it. I don't
Yeah.
honestly, I get in my zone. I don't really listen to what's playing times, like for a month or two, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I heard that, I was like,
Yeah, she's got a beautiful voice too. Like it's like
Wow.
one of those unique voices.
so
you know?
unique,
Yeah.
and it's
Well-
quirky song. I like to hear something that follows up like that.
No doubt, no
from
doubt.
her.
You were talking about too, like the imperfections and shit. And there's actually a tribe. I don't know if it's like American and indigenous natives, or if it's like whatever. But there's a tribe somewhere in the world, somewhere that when they make something, like and the reason why I think it's like American indigenous, because it was like my buddy used the example of like totem poles. So whenever they make like something, whatever it is, they'll make it perfect and be like, there it is. But then they'll just like do something to like fuck it up.
Sabotage.
Yeah, but because what they're trying to say is that no one's fucking perfect, and that like there's always gonna be a flaw. So that when you make something perfect, it's almost like a bad thing.
Yes, and I learned this in Thailand as well. My shaman,
Yeah?
he said to me, you must be willing to let go of everything you gain that day.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
otherwise, it's like you will build on that sense of control and what you think is real and what is like something that's like.
Is this like what we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Full
See,
circle.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm so enamored, or like just like I want to know like it all, right? Like
Absolutely.
not at all, but just about that.
there's-
Like I want
So
to.
you go into
try
a
it.
DMT like trip, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, that's what
Zero
we're
to-
talking
that's
about
what-
is
this
DMT.
before
Sorry.
we were online
Me and
right
her,
now.
yeah. So that's what I'm getting at is the DMT thing. I'm totally interested in the DMT thing. We totally talked about it in a general term, but
In private before.
we had it. Yeah, we had it. Yeah.
Private discussion.
And it
Sorry.
came out of nowhere. It was actually like within the first 2 minutes of meeting.
Yeah.
It's really weird. And I just felt like it has to be
It's
said.
more known
Yeah.
now, anyways. DMT.
It's like that
Oh, Joe
stereotypical
Rogan,
Joe
that's where it
Rogan.
went.
Oh yeah,
Joe
the Joe Rogan
Rogan.
into the DMT.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know what? I love watching those because Graham Hancock, like, what a G. I don't know. He's
Shout
just-
out.
Shout
Graham-
out to Graham Hancock,
What's he? I feel like
the
it's funny.
historian.
Okay.
He goes
Like
on Graham
I follow Joe Rogan, and I
His
feel like you
points.
saying that, me not knowing
He
who he
has
is, I'm
points.
like,
He has many points, and he
Lost.
talks a lot about the ayahuasca and Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I think he did. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong. So just
hey, no,
I'm
you know
high.
what? No.
But they were talking about a lot of hallucinogens and how it links to knowing like the answers. But then he speaks about ayahuasca. Joe Rogan speaks about ayahuasca and how. And when he said this, I was like, I had to stop. I had to pause and go. This is how I need to explain this story. When you are on ayahuasca, you can't tell what you've experienced because without a person, place, or thing, you can't tell a story. So you're no longer who. You don't have an ego anymore. You're out of your body. You're in a place that's just like unfathomable to explain what it looks like. There's colors that aren't even on the color wheel, and you see everything as life and love and understanding.
Have you ever done ketamine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that
It's only
ketamine.
good when you're not spiked with it.
Oh yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
So like ketamine is my closest like idea of like DMT, and the reason being is because I did some ketamine one time, well like a bunch of times, but like okay, so like I saw people doing it where they would put like little bits on their hand and like do it right, and they would do that like consecutively or like you know what I mean, like a lot throughout the night, right? And they would get this like drunk feeling or whatever, right? But like I would like do like a lot at once, and I would go right into this like yeah.
I mean, not that I know,
But like no,
it's
so
seriously,
yeah,
though, like it's a K-hole.
so then like so it's hard to explain, but I would like it's like okay, anytime I did mushrooms or acid, I would learn something, and I would have this thought process that brought me into this thought that brought me into this like knowledge, right? Yeah,
The levels.
exactly. Yeah,
The
yeah.
stages.
But then, like, what I found with ketamine, it was just like so, just like abstract, like, wah! And then all of a sudden, I would like wake up
Yeah.
and be like,
That's what it is.
wow,
Wow.
this is it. And I
Yeah.
would just have this idea. But if I told you what happened whenever I was
Yeah.
on it,
But that was a
you'd be
positive
like,
K-hole?
that's nothing.
Was
Well,
it a positive one?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
cool.
Oh, all
What
the
was
time.
your trip, your first ketamine trip?
The
Please.
first time that I
tell
actually
me.
got right into it, like, cause I
Yeah.
would do like little bumps and like
No, but
sometimes
I mean-
I would do it to like instead of getting drunk,
Yeah.
I'd get like a 6-pack of beer and I'd drink like 3 beer and I'd go in the washroom and do like a little bump of K and then I'd walk out and be like, ooh, like all drunk, but like it would just, you know what I mean, like basically saving money on the booze, right? But anyways, but then the first time, so I went to a buddy's house and he's like, oh, like I went to get some weed and he's like, oh, we're just about to do like and stuff. Just him and his girlfriend, and what they told me what they do is they'll just do it and turn on a movie. So I'm like, cool, right on, yeah, okay, we'll get out of your hair. He's like, well, unless you want to do it. I'm like, yeah, for sure. So and my girlfriend at the time was really interested, right? So I'm like, well, now we're in the moment, right? So he puts out this thing, and there's 3 different fucking rails. I'm like, the smallest one's about this big. Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
right.
Biggest one. Oh, man.
That's
And
not right.
so I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, if he's giving it to me, I'm going right in the middle, you know? And he's like, I'm here to take care of everyone, you know, whatever, right? So I go right in the middle. Fucking, I had this joint roll because he goes, whenever you do it, if you smoke weed, it opens up the receptors for the ketamine and it gets you higher, right? So I had this joint roll, big fat bat roll, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to smoke this joint after doing it, right? So I do it, and my girlfriend's sitting on a chair right here. And so, like, she's holding my hand, and, like, she did some. And, like, we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to smoke this joint, and, like, you know, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, fuck. I have to go. And I'm like, sorry, I have to go. And I lean back in the chair, and I sit back in the chair like this. and we put on a movie. I remember it was the movie 21 and over or something like that. It was where the guy turns 21,
Okay.
and like and so then they all go for a party, and like
Yeah.
the one kid has like a doctor's exam or something the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
day.
yeah,
Like
that's
he's
it.
like, yeah.
It's 21 and
So then I remember that. I remember talking to her, and I remember going, okay, I'm starting to be fucked up. I have to go away. So I'm sitting like this. I remember rolling the joint in my fingers like this, sitting back in the chair. And I'm rolling the joint. It feels like my fingers are like this fat. It feels like the joint's that fat. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. I'm starting to see like Tron. You know, like Tron, like, you know, like all the
Like
grid and
tracers and
everything.
shit.
I'm like, here it comes, right? So then I remember fucking Buddy's girlfriend being like, hey, I'm gonna, you know, light the joint. And I'm like, cool, yeah. So all I know is just like put this thing near my mouth and like smoke it. So anyways, I smoke it. I'm like, yeah, smoking it. And Buddy's like, hey, like, come here, to his girlfriend. And she's like, I'm just fucking lighting this joint or whatever, right? So then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm in my own world smoking this joint. So I'm just sitting there I don't see anything or know anything. I'm just smoking this joint. That's all I know. And a little while later, she's like, hey, like calling Buddy. And Buddy's like, yeah. And I feel him like kind of like stumbling over me. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's taking the joint from me because he's like, I got to get this joint from him. So he takes the joint from me. And then the next thing I know, literally, like, I fucking wake up and I look around. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck happened? And so I went into the movie that we were watching, right? And that's why him and his girlfriend do it and watch movies, because I went into
you were
the
in
movie.
the movie.
So like so like at one point I remember, actually, okay, this is one thing I remember. I remember looking through a window. I remember looking through the window and looking at these guys talking. And they're looking at this ID, and I thought it was my ID. And they're like, what? They're like, why does it say this? And the one dude's like, that's your grandma's name? And I was like, no, my grandma's name is Dorothy. But like, I think I'm watching these people through the window, but it's a TV. And all my friends, all they hear me is, my grandma's name is Dorothy. So the only reason I believe them is because they actually said my grandma's name. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, that's real. And like, you know, anyways, so they go to this bar at one part in the movie, and I had this full on dream that me and my friends had like gone there, and that we worked for this fucking like bar. And next thing I know, I'm like sitting outside in the alleyway, and this fucking like SUV pulls up, and all these fucking pizza boxes. At the time, I worked for a pizza place delivering pizzas.
Love pizza.
All these pizza boxes fucking were all out in the alleyway behind this truck and shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And Neil Patrick Harris comes up. And honestly, I swear to God, you know what's funny is, so like, here's the thing, is before this, I knew Kay to be like, oh, it makes me feel drunk if I do a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that it does this. So I said to him, like, no, man, I'm like, I must have fallen asleep, because I'm like, I had a dream.
Full trip.
Well, yeah, because I was like,
see.
man, I must have fallen asleep. I had a dream and shit, and I told him all about it. He goes, no, that's it. And so yeah, man, Neil Patrick Harris comes out and says that if I fucking clean up all these pizza boxes, that he can get me home to my friends. And so I do this, right? And the next thing you know, I wake up at Buddy's house, right? So I'm like, what the fuck, right? What the fuck? So I mean, like, that's like funny and crazy and shit, but like, I've had times where like, literally, like, someone said my name, like my government name, and I fucking sat up, they said, and because I guess I was screaming, right? And I sat up and I looked at them and I was like, is that what you call me? Is that what you call me? Like, is that what I am? Like, and I didn't know, like, what that meant. Like, I knew that meant, like, me, but I didn't know how, like, I didn't know what people and names, and, like, you know, it just fucked me. But point is I made up this theory one time. I won't even get into the theory, but my brother told me that I told him the theory, and he goes, did you make that up yourself? You promise? I'm like, yeah. He goes, that's the fourth fucking dimension.
Yeah.
He's like, you've discovered the fourth dimension on your own.
Yeah.
High on K. And I'm like, no, like, whatever, right? So then, a little while later, I'm reading a document on K, right? And I'm like, cool, I'll read this thing, right? And it goes, the first opening sentence is, the document was called Ketamine and the Quantum Mind. For the fourth dimension is like the quantum theory, right? So it says ketamine and the quantum mind. The opening sentence is, some believe that ketamine is the modem to see behind the curtain of how the world works. I'm just like, I don't have to read the rest. I saw that.
I've experienced that shit.
like there's
There,
certain trips,
ground
right?
zero.
There's certain trips that have like a meaning, right?
Yeah.
But then there's other ones where you're like,
I was all against TV at one point because of.
I felt the
ketamine.
same with like
I
mushrooms
just
and
had this
acid and
idea
shit
that
like
Oh,
TV
that.
yeah.
was like the devil
Since
and like it wasted
doing-
your time and
since
shit.
doing ayahuasca and hallucinogenics
See, like, I
to
wanna try
heal
that.
and stop doing other things and falling back on
Oh, okay.
bad shit.
Yeah.
And getting caught up.
Yeah.
Like I went
I
to
feel
that path. So it showed me another light, and if it wasn't for that, then I couldn't have healed myself. It does take you to another dimension. I will vouch for that in my own right. I won't speak for anyone else, but if you do it, you will see. First ketamine trip I had, I thought I was in the rainbow level of Mario Kart. And I was in the cart.
It's cool,
I was
like-
in the cart.
That's great.
And those white monsters,
That'd be
and
great.
you're like dodging them, and you get through, and you're like, yes. And I came, and my friend said I had a smile on my face, and I just swayed like this, like I was just dodging them. That was my trip.
My buddy told me
Yeah,
like
it
once he
lasts,
had
like,
experience,
2
like he was just standing there. I think he was like outside of some comedy club or something like that, and he was like high as shit on K, and like all of a sudden, like he was like, I guess hallucinated on something, and all of a sudden the ground came up
Yeah.
and smashed him in the
Oh,
face.
it actually
Yeah.
smashed it.
Wow,
Gotta control it.
he fucking fell to the ground. Like he
Wow.
felt
To
like,
him, it's what
Wow.
happened.
Yeah.
but like to him, like the world came up
Whoa.
and smacked him in the
Yeah.
face.
But see, like that's the thing, man. Like you cannot walk. Like I mean, I would sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, cool." Like, you should sit down. Like I'd watch people do. I'm like, you should probably sit down, bro. Like just no, you're good. They're like trying to stand up and shit. And it's like no, like you're breaking everything.
I mean,
That's
I've given
funny.
it to like close friend of mine.
Yeah,
Good time, but like, first time.
yeah. I've
There was no
yeah.
problem. We looked out, but like it was a festival. It was a good time. We had to pay attention. There was no ill done.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's sort of something like I stopped messing around with a while back, just because I find like creating in a clear mind is like finding my spiritual growth more
I think-
enriching and fulfilling, and things are actually happening since getting away from
I
just
think that
focusing on
there's
that.
like a misled idea or like I don't know how to say it, but like something that everybody thinks is true but isn't true is that like mind expanding drugs are like conducive to like creating.
Mm.
Conducive, I think. Conducive.
It can help, but it can also make it worse.
Well, exactly. But
You know.
and that's the thing too, though, is that it's not in my mind too, though, is like anything that maybe I might have like gotten from that wasn't like at the moment there high and wrote it down. It's like that experience that
It
I
was
got
actually later.
from it and later,
That's
exactly.
a lot of my
Yeah.
music's come from. I was in Thailand.
Okay. Do you know
Spiritual
Thailand?
growth. Can't talk about a lot of things. Yeah.
You know,
lost.
Thailand has something like the word Thailand means something to do with like freedom. Or
It's
free-
truly amazing place.
Yeah,
I wanna
I
go
want to go.
Bali.
Yeah, I want to go to the beach, man.
Bali's
That's
incredible too.
Indonesia.
In
That's
Bali, I went
Indonesia.
to climbed Mount the Mount Batur, and it's the brother volcano of Mount Agung. And at the bottom of Mount Agung, so we climbed the volcano, and we got up at 2 a.m. Went to the base at 4 a.m. Started
We have it
climbing.
here right now.
Yeah, shit, world
Started
traveler
climbing.
extraordinary.
No, listen, I smoke a party, whatever, but like I still beat them to the top, and they were like, "How?" And I'm like,
That's sick.
"No dairy." No
That's real
But we went to that. Then we afterwards we went to these temples. 8th century, these temples were built.
What?
Hindu temples. First oldest temple
So
in
you're Laura
Southeast
Croft then.
Asia.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I've done a lot of volcano climbing in my lifetime. Mount Tana in Vanuatu.
I did like in Lanzarote. I did a volcano trip. I was
Isn't it
probably like,
incredible? Do you find there's an energy up there, right? When you
man.
get up
Oh,
there,
so
you
like I even
stand.
went to Belize, and they did
Mm.
like the ancient Mayan ruins and shit. Like they
Don't
have
say
like crazy,
It's this
crazy
year,
pyramids. Like
at
it's
some point.
What's
Trying to do a South American tour, so I
Oh,
can squeeze my way in
it's
there.
beautiful down there. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, please tell me about Belize.
Oh, so like my father-in-law actually has a house down there, so we have the opportunity to go down there
That's so dope.
every once in a while. So we did these ancient Mayan ruins. They have these crazy. It's like Zanansanich or something like that. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but there's like all kinds of like but it's we have all kinds of pictures, and you get a few thousand feet up, and you can look down. We saw monkeys. There's monkeys climbing
they
coming
climb
around.
as you rise. They rise.
Yeah. It's
and the babies.
Yeah.
Have you read the Celestine Prophecy?
I haven't. No.
Yeah.
You should read it.
Yeah, Celestine Prophecy. I think that rings a bell. I've heard of that.
You should read
for sure.
it, and it's a battle that like clearing your system as opposed to just tuning into your own natural energy. But like none of that I would understand if it wasn't for having the key to the door, which was through ayahuasca. So I don't think it's a crutch. I don't think you go back to it saying like, oh my God, I need the answer now. Or, things are different, but you take, what you learn and you grow with it.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it was only a year and a half, 2 years after that experience that I wrote music that even now has evolved and changed into music that I'm making today.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, like
so
long
are you saying like you didn't
processes,
make music at the time when you did
I
it?
was singing. I was singing. It wasn't my own music. It was sort of just like anywhere. I was really lost before the hour. Yeah, it was actually that night I'm standing up on this thing, and it's like after like this really dark trip, and then I came out of it. I saw life all around me in the jungle. I could see perfectly. There's like grids in my eyes. And how like the light of the moon came through on the sound vibration waves and everything existed. I don't know. I'm really high right now, but this is the truth. This is like physics, right?
If anything, one person picked that up. I understand.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, man. No, and
so that all happened, and someone said to me, and I got up on this. It's like a blessed tree that has a string around it, and I started singing. And my friend said to me, like, should be all that you're focusing on. Like, let go of the toxic shit and the bullshit.
Yeah.
Let go. And he's like, what are you going to sing? Other people's songs? I'm going to sing my own fucking songs. Yeah. He's like, say it louder. So I was there at that night on a blessed tree, on a wooden plank around it, full moon coming through the trees, on ayahuasca, going, I'm going to sing my own fucking song.
Yeah.
I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to make a change. And
sounds like an iconic moment.
It's actually, I'm kind of freaking out because that's actually what's happening. I just realized. Oh my God. No.
You manifested your own reality.
You do that. We all do.
Absolutely.
Have you ever seen the movie The Secret?
I don't believe I need to, but I do know all about it.
Yeah, so it's exactly what you're talking about. What you think about, you manifest, right?
But it's not what you think about just.
It's what you got to work for it, too.
It's how you think about it.
It's when you're manifesting something, it's how you feel when you're having that thought and how you really resonate with that and how your soul resonates.
It's what you put out to the world.
Behind that is, that's right. Your intention is your intention sits behind your desires. Right?
But my point is like even like with the movie The Secret, I was like, oh yeah, whatever, right on, cool, okay, I'll try and use those tips and I'll try and do that, right? But then like later I realized so many things that I call it secreting. So many things that I like secreted where like literally to the point where like there's a bike shop in my hometown, and whenever I was a kid I'm like, yeah man, I'm gonna go see, like they started selling GT bikes at the time, like I'm gonna go see, so I got the catalog and I went home, I was like no, this one, oh this one, and I circled it 600 times, man. I go back to circle it some more and shit.
You got your vision board and shit.
Yeah,
like
man.
this is what I'm gonna manifest.
And the weirdest fucking thing, man. And the funny thing too is another one. It wasn't like circled as many times, but my little brother was like, "I want that one." Man, a couple months later, or whatever, a couple weeks or whatever, they started selling. Like they actually had the two bikes in the store. They had the exact two bikes that we had
both of
wanted.
You wanted. And
so
it's sitting next to each other.
Shortly
like,
after that, my dad was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, like you guys need new bikes. Here's some money. Like get some bikes." I'm like, "What?
Yeah,
we're getting them."
Set your intention. Tell it to the universe, and it'll come back to you.
I was like, "Cool, got a bike and this and that, and got the bike and whatever, But then years later, looking back, and I'm like, man. Like I fucking literally like made that happen. Like I made the bike appear and like come to the store and like like did that.
It's literally what happened.
And that's just it, though. And that's what I mean is that's how, and that's just how it goes, right? And like you said, it's how you feel at the moment. It's not.
if
I need
it-
this. I need this, or
Yes.
whatever. It's.
No,
I want to
'cause
get this
you
great
already are that.
feeling. You know,
just
like,
have to be like accept you are who you are.
I think
and
we're
that
getting a
is
little
it.
crazy. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry.
No, it's all
It's
good.
My bad.
It's all
my
good.
bad.
It's truth though, right? You gotta manifest what you want in life and then go get it, right? You
And
can't
that
just
goes
sit and
into
think happy
everything.
thoughts, because that's what people think when they see The Secret. You're like, oh, I just gotta think positive thoughts and think money's gonna come through the door, and all of a sudden I'm gonna manifest that in reality. But it's like you gotta have that mindset. You gotta have that positive attitude. You
And
gotta have that.
and then that.
but then you gotta go get it.
You gotta-
Right. You gotta manifest it somehow,
You have to
right?
make
You gotta
it
make it
happen, too.
But that
exactly.
belief has to stay every day.
Exactly.
Every morning,
It's a
Yeah.
positive mindset and a goal-oriented attitude and
Yeah.
fucking a go get it, and you got to make it happen, and then there's nothing stopping you. And that's
Fucking
my outlook.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
You're quiet over there, Jay.
He's like, these motherfuckers are
It's
high.
not bad.
Shit, man.
You've got-
Shit. They're on another level.
Alright,
Yeah, man.
well, yo, tell you what,
Yeah, you guys got some bars to
we've been
spin, or-
going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
I got a beat picked out for you guys.
Dope.
How about we close out the show with a little something? If you guys
Let's
are
get it.
feeling it, if you're
come
feeling
in,
it,
come in,
Let's
come
get
in,
it.
come
and
on.
feel free if you're not feeling the beat, just say next, and I'll
All right.
Alright.
Alright.
Can't even find my phone.
Alright, let's get it. This is the 4G Audio Podcast with Chantel and Jay Rio.
Chanel.
Chanel, bro.
When
Wow,
I say
you
Chantel,
know what
Chantel.
happens all the time,
It's
but
okay,
I
man.
can't wait for it to never
I'm outta
happen
here.
again.
I
No, I'm
failed
a
at
fashion,
my job.
fashion guy, so I
Shit.
remember how.
Anyways.
Yeah, are we signing out then?
Well, no.
We gotta play some music first.
Oh, nice. Switched it up. Say next if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Get it.
Let's get it.
Alright.
Woo!
Nice.
Look. I just hop in the booth. I'm just gonna spit the truth. All of my niggas we do this. Yeah, we been on the move. That's some urban the crew. That's some urban the crew. And we just wearing blue. Cause that's what we do. Look. I smoke on these blunts and I swear I stay high. I'ma take off, I'ma go to the sky. Sipping on spread and I ain't living right. Gotta get cash. Remember the nights. I just had a flip. I was up in the trap. I just had a nip. I had to get stacked. Man, I'm chasing these racks. Man, I gotta get racked. And I know that's a fact. Look, I just hop on the beats. And I swear I attack. All these niggas they lames. Man, I swear that they whack. Man, I swear that they whack. Hold up, yo, look. Fuck it, I've been on the road. Hold up. Fuck it, I smoke by the O. My circles are small, shit. This shit look like Cheerios. Fuck it, I just take off. Now I'm up like NASA. All these niggas fake like dancers. All these niggas fake like actors. All my niggas spitting factors. Pass me the blunt, pass me the lighter. Spitting these facts, and I don't try. My bitch she bad. Pull up in a caddy. Look, I'm rolling a fatty. I'm driving in caddies. Look, and I just spit the truth. And I remember the pain. Man, I been in my lane. And I'm swerving in foreigns. Man, these niggas they boring. Man, I swear that they snoring. And I remember the nights. I was up with they snoring. Man, I had to make nips. Man, I had to stack chips. Man, I swear that it's facts. Man, I just spit the truth. Man, I swear that they whack. I just hop in the booth. SMR, up in the crew. 4G.
Yeah, boy.
You know what it is.
Gang. Shit, man.
That's
That's
up.
fire. Yeah, you guys work well together too. Shit.
That's what's up.
That little back up. Yeah, I like that, bro.
Shout out
Beautiful,
Chanel
beautiful
and
performance.
Rio, my
Right. Chanel sounds.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
J-Ro416 on Instagram. A lot of new music coming soon.
Yeah.
Better be
That's
ready
right.
for
Tell
that.
everyone where to find you at.
Yeah,
what's up,
Chanel
Chanel?
sounds across everything. I like
On everything, yeah?
YouTube, like I
same
keep
with
it.
me.
I keep it breezy.
Yeah? What's J-
Jreal, JREAL
Yeah,
416.
416 gang. I got you.
I'm everywhere.
Make sure to follow.
You know,
Go check them out.
I got so lucky. I arrived at Toronto, right? And then I got some shitty SIM card at the airport. I had for a day. Go into the shop. This guy goes, let me give you a better SIM card. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, here's a 416. And I'm like, okay. Someone goes, get that number. It's the best number. I'm not gonna give it out, you know.
No,
But
yeah.
the sequence of it is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I felt like this is it. This is home. At
Nice.
that point.
That's
The
what's
signs.
Fuck. Well,
If you guys are ever in the area again, we'll
Oh
love
my
to have you
yeah,
back.
seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're about it.
Can
Can you guys
the
tell
show
me
Saturday.
what's the area code for Ottawa?
613.
613, homie.
That's it.
Okay.
Cap
Hey.
City.
Got it, the big O,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Raka.
That's what's
You
up.
already know what it is.
Shout out 4G. Appreciate you guys having
Yeah.
us.
Hey, man.
Fuck,
you
hey,
fucking-
man.
Anytime.
Appreciate you guys coming through.
That's what's
From
up.
You
the
guys
city
are rolling
again.
fucking deep, too.
And
Shit.
love Eminem.
Yeah, you
I've got
you
a
got
question.
that.
I've got a
What's up?
question for
Hit it.
Eminem.
What up?
Hit
One
it.
day, actually, no, I'm someone.
So what's up?
Why don't you ever do Superman?
What do you mean?
You never do Superman at your concert.
He doesn't. That's true.
No.
Yeah, you know
way.
what?
I bet it's because
I'm
it's
offended
very
as a
against
woman.
women, of course.
No,
It's emotional.
fuck that, because everyone wants.
I
What's
agree.
going on right now?
Yo.
I can't see anything. Oh, that's Benji.
Studio.
The
Hey,
CEO up in this.
Ah,
Bang it.
Self-Made Benji.
Yeah, we got the
Management
self-made
right
CEO
there. Up in the
MJ.
studio,
Fucking
back in the
FaceTime.
city in the six.
Shout out T-Dot Express.
Yeah, Raka.
this up.
No, it is.
Yeah, thanks,
It's
man.
our man.
Much love.
Love, love, love.
Hey.
Hey.
Take care, man.
See you in Toronto.
Yeah. These guys are headed back to Toronto tonight.
Yeah, non-stop.
Yeah. You already know what it is.
Oh, yeah,
We got
that's
J
right.
Real in the house, Chanel,
What up?
Lucky,
Thank you.
Leon, self-made fucking records.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. We were just on the fucking line with Benji, self-made Benji. You already know what it does. The CEO of Self-Made Records.
That's what's up.
We're the 4G Audio Podcast.
You already know.
Thank you, 4G.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
It's
Thanks
been
to
a
these
pleasure.
guys
pleasure.
for coming
Appreciate it,
out.
man.
Love
A lot
the
of fun.
questions.
We out of here.
Yeah.
Catch you all in the next
Yeah.
one.
Thank you.
Raka.
Peace.
Yeah.